It's doing the thing again where it says I didn't change the thumbnail. I did change the thumbnail. God damn it, I changed that thumbnail. It did. It's the trash astronaut. It's the trashtronaut in space. It says trash. He's in orbit around the planet. I did change the thumbnail, but it says that I didn't on Discord. It's very annoying. It's very annoying. A penis. ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Welcome to the stream. We have a trash stream today. If you've been here for a long time, we've always done trash streams. They kind of got usurped by user streams. Usurped, if you prefer. The users are still going to happen today. It's just, I'm not willing to definitively state that it's going to be a user stream. There's going to be, I think an equal amount of users to just general trash content. But I got a few things I want to look at here. We are open to suggestions. It's basically a suggestion stream still, if you want it to be, depending on how good the suggestions are. But, most of the stuff that I'm looking at here will be things that I have been suggested, or things that other people have maybe posted about and I've noticed and I've been like, this looks interesting. Let me take a look at my list here, actually, because I've got a list of weirdos. I got my weirdo list. There was another channel I want to look at talking about the fucking Gamergate 2, but I think I'm good on that. I'm good on that today. I did want to start with one thing in particular. Somebody's been requesting it for a little while. And I think it would be interesting to share this with people. It's very strange. It's very strange. By just the thumbnail alone, it's very strange. However, it has also been talked about by Curtis Connor, so that does make me sad. That just makes me sad. But welcome. We've got some things, various things. I've got some stuff saved. We are open to suggestions, but some stuff has been saved. I'm going to get through some of that. Various interesting things that people have kicked in. Some of them probably will be users. I don't think I'm going to bother doing the bingo today. You guys can do the bingo. If you have the bingo link, go for it. Let us know if you got a bingo. I don't think I'm going to bother with the bingo today. Because I don't think we're going to be getting a lot of bingos. I don't think we're going to be focusing on user type of people. That we might get to some of that. I mean, somebody did say that there's a new Michael Ruffins just dropped. And in fact, let me take a look. I want to see what's going on in the new Michael Ruffins lore. Michael Ruffins. And Friends. We can't forget the Friends. I mean, I don't know that there's anything going on, really. It was from 7 days ago, Friday Fun Day. I don't know if anything happened there. There was a Let's stream from 2 weeks ago. There was a late birthday stream for Kirsten. I don't really know that any of these are like drama adventures. Yeah, there's not really too much new from Michael Ruffins. I mean, I think if you're not familiar, by the way, that would be this user here. This guy with this cool kids series. This is what he looks like, and he makes this series for kids. Don't worry, it's not weird. But I was actually going to start with this here. Our Drawings by Kolobi Productions. People have requested this. It's some kind of strange movie. I guess it's not made by AI, but it's like an animated movie. It's kind of like it kind of looks like it's giving Frozen, but also this thing looks like the monster from the 2000 Canadian children's show Monster by Mistake, the kid who sneezes and turns into a big blue monster. This looks like that monster. And then the dog has horrible, soulless, infinite, dark, void eyes. So it looks exciting. I don't know how much of this we'll watch. You can go watch Epic Cool Mullet Guy. Can we kill whoever made mullets a thing again? Not him, but like just whoever it is that's decided that mullets and like a mustache should be a fucking thing that people have. Can we just I don't know, can we just make sure that they don't breed? Listen, it's nothing weird. It's just, I feel like that's abjectly and objectively disgusting. And should not be looked at as an attractive thing. But I guess we're back with this. I like that there's a rip-off version of him, I guess, just right underneath him. It's got the same text and everything. That's great. Well, we're gonna watch the actual thing. So let me just, preliminary trigger warning. Just in case. Just in case. There might be something triggering in here. There's a dog. So, like, maybe someone's dog died? That might be kind of upsetting. So, there's a dog. There's a girl here. Someone might know a woman who, like, something bad happened to her at some point. So, just stay on your toes. There could be some really emotionally harrowing stuff in here. Let's watch. Let's watch. What the fuck is that? It's like a Sonic tutorial character. It's like Bucko the bird or something. Look at this fucking creature. Well, it's not even Sonic. It's like from Rayman. Is that supposed to be books? I don't know what that is. It's like a cinder block on top of a blob with wings. What is this? Is this part of your logo? Is this like your... This is the first thing we're seeing in this animation. It's like it's... You know, it's like a Dark Lum from the Rayman remake that they're working on. Ice cream sandwich, I guess. I don't know.
My wish was granted. The one thing
so this is a movie, right? And this is, alright, this is starting incredibly awkwardly then for like a feature production. Full animation film. Artist. So the art is the main thing we should be focusing on here, I guess. Not the awkward pacing and the way we just jump into her monologuing, I guess. Alright, well, that's fine, that's fine. She made a wish and made it twice.
I wished for in my life actually came true. However, you gotta be careful of what you wish for, because my story gets pretty ridiculous.
Movie!
Oh, and by the way, I wish to see my drawings come to life, and they have! Did you know that most
man, and now I want to fucking kill myself.
people wish for money, fame, and expensive items?
Most people wish for practical things, but me, I wished for some kind of giant fucking drain cleaner given sentience and eyes.
Don't get me wrong, that stuff is cool, but I wanted something better. I used my wish to get back on my feet. I made a promise that if my wish was granted, I'd change my life and help others around me. My name is Paige Foster.
What the fuck is this? So you have the opportunity to make a wish. You could literally just use the wish to make the world better. But instead it's like, alright, you give me a handbag. I want my new handbag. Also, what is wrong with this hairstyle? What the fuck is this? She's got like a shaved head with like hair on top and a braid and a ponytail. And then there's like a fucking raccoon tail, like one of those woodsman hats like hanging off the side. Oh, this is hideous. That's a hideous haircut. But yeah, don't use the wish for good. Just make like a promise, supposedly, that yeah, give me what I want. I want my handbag. I want a haircut so that I don't look like this, so I don't look fucked up. And then I promise that I'll change the world after that. I promise.
Oh, and before I go, I lost my lovely accent once I grew up.
What?
I moved countries. It's crazy, mate, just crazy.
So I guess whoever voiced the child character didn't have access to a person who had that voice who wasn't British, I guess. So they had to write in a weird, awkward explanation for why the grown-up version of the person doesn't have that voice. You couldn't at least just do... You're like, how long are you in the movie for? You couldn't just do a fake American accent? It doesn't even sound like a real British accent. I don't understand. Was it just someone American who wanted to do a fake British accent, and then the grown-up person, the voice actor, was like, no, I don't want to do a fake British accent the whole time, so I'm not going to do that. And so they had to write in that she loses the accent, even though the accent doesn't sound real. Great. We're off to we're 1 minute in. We're a great start.
Have you ever wondered what it would be like to see your drawings come to life? I have a supernatural pencil that allows me to draw characters and worlds onto a sheet of paper. Then, I'm able to teleport into the worlds I've created. Imagine being able to travel to any...
Imagine being able to travel. I guess it is probably an ice cream sandwich. Whatever that fucking creature was in the beginning. Because there's like these horribly rendered ice cream sandwiches. Are these like video game pickups? And then there's this character who it's like a mixture of the fucking Undertale kid and what's her name from Wreck-It Ralph. Like thrown together, I guess. And she's got an ice cream sandwich head. I know it's, you know, it's cliche to say that like drugs went into this, but I don't know what else would have led to this. I don't know.
Any planet, galaxy,
I mean, it's just insanity, maybe. It's possible whoever made this. If I remember correctly, this is the user who made the insane video about the rules that Riley from Inside Out had to follow. The rough, harsh rules that she had to follow, like eating vegetables and being wished a nice day. You know, those were hard rules she had to follow, according to this person. We weren't sure if this was psychosis or if it was just trying to get attention. I guess if this person's fucking completely insane, that would be an explanation for whatever this is.
or dimension. I've been drawing ever since I was a kid, and I don't think there was ever a moment of doubt that this is...
Yeah, that's what she chose to draw. She can draw anything.
This woman can draw. She is an artist with a supernatural ability. Basically, whatever she draws comes to life. The amount of adventures she's been on is enormous. Paige Foster has an entire universe to herself. The possibilities are literally endless. You wouldn't believe the quest she has completed. Whatever you draw...
Quests she has complete. Why is this now a video game? I thought she was drawing shit.
Is the law, baby. Paige has mastered almost
Why does this feel like a trailer? What? It's like an... Is the whole thing going to be paced like that? Like just a trailer announcing what the movie is going to be whenever the actual movie starts? Is that what the whole thing is going to be?
thing. Painting, animation, background...
Who is this now?
You'd think she was born to do this. Anyway, in this world, she is able to role play as anything. A celebrity, soldier...
It is. It's an ice cream sandwich on top of what the fuck ever this is. It's like a blueberry with wings and fucking floating feet. It's a Rayman enemy, I guess. Was this like... Is this like, Amazing Bulk? They just slapped together a bunch of fucking, like, clip art and just made it a thing?
Even a princess. The possibilities are endless with that girl. Anyway, after she's done painting, she gets pretty fatigued. As Paige drew more and more characters, she realized how fun it was, but that can get kind of boring after a while, so she decided to spice things up. One day, we all went on a quest to defeat an evil wizard on Adventure Island.
The legally, I don't know if you can use the name Adventure Island. That is owned by, like, I don't know, fucking, like 5 different companies or something. I'm not sure. The rights of that game are very mixed, but I don't know. Adventure Inlet. You go with that one. Go with that one.
You, Paige Foster. You will not win this battle.
Okay, now what's going on here?
On Adventure Island.
I will destroy you, Paige Foster. You will not win this battle.
Let's go to Adventure Island. Hey, everybody, time for adventure.
I'll teach you a lesson.
We went to Retard Island. I'm sorry, sir. We're gonna set sail away again. Sorry.
Watch this. What the fluff? Why isn't this drawing coming to life?
Because the drawing isn't good enough for the magic to work. Just give up, wizard.
Pretty sure this was the person who actually made it. This voice was Kolobi person. I mean, I don't know. We'll look at the credits in a bit, but...
Are you from Ohio or
This is the
something?
main guy.
You seriously need to get your brain examined. I'm like 99%
You're from Skibidi, Ohio? Yeah.
sure you were dropped on your head multiple times as a baby. Guess I'll have to trace some of Paige's sketches then. I
Oh my god, it really does look like Pronouns Guy, actually. That's a good point. Yeah. He's got the real baby... He's got the baby face, you know? Yeah, it's a good point.
when she wasn't looking. Stupid puppy! Don't you know dogs are worthless? You're not even real! Give up! You're a fictional drawing inside a psychopath's head! I'm so much better than all you! You guys are so ugly!
So this is like an Eric Cartman voice it's going for. Note that the person who made this, the character that they invented, I guess, fucking whoever this is, seems to be doing very little about this person stepping on the dog. They're not doing much about it. Psychic powers? Are you gonna psychic dude? Oh. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. I mean... Like, I'm sorry, someone says this took 6 years to make. They were working on this for 6 years. And no one realized it looks like this? I mean, this is terrible. It's not like they can just use the excuse of, like, we're new to 3D art or something. There's a lot of people who could do a lot better fucking single-handedly, probably. Wasn't that Killer Bean movie made, like, entirely by one guy? And this took at the very least, if it took one guy 6 years, it's still not even that impressive. But it's more understandable than if there's... Okay, we have to look at the description now. Is there a team that made this? This took 6 years to complete, made entirely in Blender. Less than 10 people donated because they had little faith that I could create a movie on my own. And, wow, they were wrong. The animation was made by 2 people. Yes, the whole movie. Okay, so 2 people are to blame for this. I honestly, even if it was just one person, there have been a lot of projects done better. Have you seen the source filmmaker porn out there? There's a lot of projects that have been done better by one person than by fucking these 2 people. This looks like Tales from Genesis space with better quality. Like, it's the same. You see this, like, weird... It's like a 90s kind of liminal space void. It's like one of those pre-release Zelda screenshots where everything looked fucking weird. It's like there's just a infinite space sky texture back here with a mountain coming as if from nowhere. And then there's kind of just a flat ground that they're all standing on. It's like one fucking plane. There's like a single rock here, and I guess they're underneath a tree. And then over here, as if from nowhere, there's just a big old circus tent. You know, that's cool. Do we still have the... Okay, good. Thank God. I thought the bingo was still in the way. Yeah, I mean, we can't overanalyze all of this, but I mean, for 6 years, for 2 people, this is pretty bad. This is pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Those people who had no faith in you making this were right to have none. I mean, just because you fought through and made something that was terrible, I mean, like, you just don't... I don't think you have... It's practice, I guess. It's not nothing. It's like, it's still practice, you know, but it seems like you would have been better. If you were good at this, it feels like you would have gotten better at this over the course of 6 years.
K.O.
When was this uploaded? October. What?
K.O.
Moisty.
Moisty? What?
Remove your filthy hand from my presence. I don't believe in premarital hand-holding.
Okay, so it is like trying to do... I think they are trying to do a Cartman voice. But it doesn't fit, and it's bad. Obviously, that goes without saying.
This is the tale of an artist now.
Are we watching the movie or aren't we? Why are we still watching a fucking trailer for it?
Paige Foster. And it starts with Paige suffering a serious injury.
No, it started with 4 minutes of fucking trash. That's when it started.
However,
It's still starting. It has yet to start.
woke up to a new ability, granting her access to go inside of her drawings, being able to draw characters into the real world as well as inside of her book. She explored numerous galaxies.
It's funny also that you always see these things that are like, my pitch for this story, and it's like, it's some kind of like Sonichu shit. It's something like this. It's some kind of fucking shit where it's basically like, what if all of my favorite characters could be together and you could explore every world and do everything? And it's never just like somebody who's trying to kickstart their version of Marriage Story or something. It's never like a small scale conflict between, you know, a couple of people. It's never an intimate tale. It's always the biggest, most grandiose fucking, she can go to any world and do anything! Who knows, maybe Sora and Sonic can be there! Woo! Great, dude. Awesome. Bad version of Nights into Dreams, I think is what you're trying to say. Yeah, I could see that, yeah.
Are you from Ohio or something?
One day, she decided to reveal her artwork to her friends at school.
I have something I want to show everyone. It's a character I drew.
Huh? Well,
Oh dear.
I got news for you.
No,
Everyone. It's a character I drew.
Huh?
Huh? So yeah, I'm assuming that what happened after 6 years, they couldn't even get a full movie done. I mean, it's not even a full movie, it's an hour. That's not a movie. It needs to be like, what, 70 minutes? So it's like, I think at least 70 minutes, so it's like 10 minutes off, but that's the least of the fucking problems, because, I mean, I guess they couldn't just make an actual movie? Where was the script? Was there just not a fucking script on this thing? Did they just make this movie without trying to write it at all? I guess I don't understand this, because it's like it just cuts into what should be a scene in a movie that's happening in a narrative. But because there's just this stupid fucking shit with like a narrator, like it's a trailer or something, it just kind of plops us in here as if this has been happening. Okay.
Well, I got news for you. You're not the only artist. All three of us can actually draw. Allie digitally paints backgrounds as a freelancer. Hunter does concept art as a hobby for his social media accounts. And finally,
Concept art.
Mickey Warren, the
Mickey Warren.
notorious animator.
Girl,
Mickey Warren, the notorious animator. You know, someone should name themselves that on Discord. Just call yourself Mickey Warren, the notorious animator. That's gonna get you so much pussy.
been knowing how to draw.
Beatboxing puppy.
Huh?
Well, okay, so, alright, so there's a puppy now.
I'm the beatboxing puppy. I know you think it's funny.
I don't think it's funny. I'm just very confused at what the fucking goal of this was. Is this folie à deux or whatever? Is this like shared insanity? Two people made this. So you can't even make the argument that this is one guy's insano passion project like Empress Teresa or something. There was a second person who was going along with this. For 6 years they stayed the course, apparently. This was two people's dream. Apparently. And they couldn't even just make a story where all of this fucking stupid shit they wanted to do happens naturally? Oh, fuck. They couldn't do that naturally. Shut the fuck up. They couldn't do that naturally. So they just have a beatboxing puppy just kind of appear out of fucking nowhere. Where were we? Like 4 minutes in or something? Yeah, five minutes in or so. But here we are in the beatboxing puppy. And I mean, yeah, I mean, you could have just written a script, but I guess they were more focused on the animation. It's just the animation also looks fucking terrible, so I don't get this. Losing my insanity.
Beatboxing puppy. I know you think it's funny. All the people know they love me. I need some food in my tummy.
I wonder if if Mickey Warren, the notorious animator, has a tiny dong?
I'm the beatboxing puppy. I'm the beatboxing puppy. I'm the beatboxing puppy. I'm the beat.
Did he like get someone on Fiverr to do this for him? I guess I don't understand what I'm even looking at. This is so bizarre. Because it's not. It doesn't seem like any. It's very strange because it doesn't feel like whoever made this I had any passion for this or really gave a shit. I mean, but it doesn't seem like it was made for any other reason than, like, why did they make this? I don't understand what I'm supposed to get out of this. It's not doing whatever it's supposed to be doing. I guess I'm supposed to think this is funny. I mean, the line is, I know you think this is funny, so I guess I assumed that they were meant to think that I was gonna be laughing at this.
I'm the beatboxing puppy. I'm the beatboxing puppy. I'm the beatboxing puppy. I'm the beatboxing puppy. I'm the beatboxing puppy.
Happy birthday to Vicky Martini with the $5 tomorrow, I guess. I can't stay around, he says, but you know, yeah, happy birthday tomorrow. You made it. You did it. Good job. You made it another year. You're so much closer to it not even being worth it to make it that long again. You know, at a certain point you hit that midlife crisis or whatever. You get your Corvette and your 20-year-old girlfriend and you're like Boogie or whatever, and it's just like, man, I made it to 50. Really hope I don't do 51. Let's go. Let's keep it going. All right. So you know, just cherish the years that you have when it's still, you know, everything is still up. You know, literally. So this is still happening, by the way.
I'm the beatboxing puppy. I'm the bear.
That's cool as hell. Let's all drink to this glorious day, where a damn animal can talk. We've been getting too wasted, huh, Mickey?
So we're just drinking at school now. I guess this is booze. I was gonna say, are they drinking colas? No, it's just booze. They're teen drinking, day drinking in the halls at whatever school they're at. Apparently this is quite a fucking hellish school. This is simultaneously both a super cool chill place and also people are just drinking publicly in the school halls. You know, that feels unheard of, but alright. More importantly though, I guess in this universe this is also this is the discovery of an animal that can talk. Not just talk, but evidently not only talk, but sing himself over a multi-tracked voice of himself. With instruments and everything, it sounds like. It sounded like there was more than even just the beatboxing happening. But, I don't know. That is pretty good. That's pretty special. Yeah, it's a good day. I would drink to that too. Honestly, if the teacher came along and they were like, "What are you children doing drinking booze?" I would be like, "Sir, you don't even know the half of it. You don't. You just don't. Look, there's a beatboxing puppy. Hey, he's over there." And then the teacher would also look at the puppy and he would start clapping and dancing. And he would also want the beer, I think. He would also share in the beer with me and my friends.
Mickey, you're drinking on school property? You're gonna get us all in trouble.
Sweetheart, judge all you want. But you know your boy's just trying to have some fun. We gotta squeeze some light.
I'm Mickey Warren, the notorious animator, babe. You can't shackle me down with your society rules and your codes of conduct.
Into this school. We're all seniors anyway. I'm here for a good time, not a long time.
The students became
the teacher got grounded.
Art teacher. This poor man had poured his soul into his job.
Why are the lockers all Chinese? You see that? You see how there's like a kanji for each of the lockers? So they did not make these assets. I mean, they didn't. Whoever is claiming that this was 6 years of work is lying. Why would they have, like, locker? If they made these assets, why would they have, like, a Chinese locker symbol on here? Whatever that is. That's clear. That's what that is. I'm not mistaking that, right? That's not like... No, that's like a kanji. That's like a Chinese character. I don't know why that's on these fucking lockers. If they didn't just, like, get these from an asset website, I guess.
Just like him, many others were struggling to make ends
Jeffrey
meet in such a
Bezos!
cutthroat economy.
I heard about what happened to your sister. It's sad. I didn't think a grown adult
Yeah,
would
they're
be...
all, like, copy-paste, too, so this is, like, a worthless symbol, even. I mean, what does this symbol even do? It's just, is it... Unless it just says that these are lockers, which is pretty obvious. I don't know what the character says, but you'd think that it would be like, this is locker number fucking 52 or something. But they're all the same, so... Yeah, they're all just the same. Not great. And then this girl also, she looks like she has PS2 hair. The hat looks like it's got the same texture as the hair. In fact, her whole appearance looks very PS2. This doesn't look like an animated movie. This looks like the video game based on the animated movie.
Resort to tracing.
Well, frick me. Pillow
Frick
Foster
me.
is a tracer? Paige tried to teach her sister Pillow to fall in love with art.
What's happening now? Why does it look like
didn't
what?
Practice.
Pillow?
Or the advice of patience. Tracing the
They
layer
just decided to give up at some point, I guess. I mean, it's technically still animation, I guess.
of her own sister.
I mean, this isn't really
She
animated.
transformed herself
I guess this
into
is.
a drawing.
And then the bass dropped.
I traced over your art.
Why did that need to be drawn? I don't understand. What the fuck? It's like it's trying to have a style and like switch it up a little bit, but it's just confusing.
It's so much easier.
All of this is just confusing.
That way. I don't know why I didn't think of it sooner. I saw the drawing you sent to me and I decided to trace it. You're never gonna get better if you keep tracing other people's work. So what? I wasn't born with talent like you. I'm so sick of everyone telling me that. I had to practice every day learning how to draw. Luck had
You know how hard it was for her to figure out how to not speak in a British accent anymore? Like, come on.
nothing to do with this. It didn't just happen one day. Talent isn't something you're born with. It's a passion deep within you that you must choose to...
Well, that's really funny that this is the moral of the story, because let's be real here, they worked on this for fucking 6 years. Yeah, some people might just have it and some people might not. I don't know. I don't feel like you're gonna... I mean, I've seen worse 3D animation, I guess. I would not be able to do this, to be fair. But like 6 years of work got you this far, huh?
Hone into. Your methods are costly and unnecessarily time-consuming. Art is for children. Grow up.
Huh.
You're so stupid. You don't even know what
Apparently this person also is known for tracing. This Kolobi guy, the person who made this, is apparently a tracer.
you have.
He's
You've had
already tracer.
this magical pencil, an entire world at your fingertips, yet you hide it away from everyone. You literally live in a fantasy world. Go outside and talk to real people.
Touch grass, you stupid bitch.
The whole world is full of cheaters. Students plagiarize essays. Bodybuilders aren't natural, and people ask for water cups but fill it with soda.
Personally,
this is just like a generalized thing about, it's a society screed now, where it's basically society. If you are playing user bingo, which I'm not, you just go ahead and mark society right now. Cause yeah, we've just moved on to like, and don't get me started on the fucking rotating doors! Oh!
I fill my water cup with lemonade. That way the employees think it's just water. Wrist waters.
Get this idea out of your head that people are perfect.
Here behind the freezing wind is a song to sing.
Oh god, oh no. Who decided to make the musical performances in this movie sound like the secret levels in Super Mario Sunshine?
And a lesson for you. In between the pages, I can see there's more than enough. all about. What is this pain? I feel burnout.
This is so stupid. I am in harmony with all of my ice cream sandwiches, and all is in its right place. The ice cream sandwich armada is bearing her down. She's gonna unionize. Okay, that's that. That's it. That's the end
Pack
of that.
it up, everyone. We're all going to the real physical world.
Alright, it's all over, everyone. I want to see at least a little of this creature. This is why I clicked on this fucking thing.
All belong to me now. Once the world sees my artwork, they'll love me for it.
These are all her cool original designs, I guess. The greatest version of this story would be that, like, this person steals all of these cool original designs and then no one cares because look at these fucking creatures. You've got ice cream sandwich gender neutral child. You've got a character from Revolution 60.
The reason I did all this was to show the outside world your drawings. I'm a secret intern for a powerful corporation that collects data.
A secret intern.
Utilizing artificial intelligence. What? So you were a spy this whole time? But why use
Ever since you were born, little sister.
my art? Your talent needs to be shared. I don't care whether you consent or not. With the drawings you've revealed to me, I will compile them into a database and expose them to the real physical light.
I didn't even realize this bitch had a sister until there was apparently a sister. There was just randomly there was like 2D animation. Non-animation. It wasn't even animated, but it was just like 2D art with like slight shaking on some of the lines. And that was how they announced that she apparently had a sister.
I will never replace human art.
I am the announcer. I was drawn for the sole purpose of announcing things. Here lies the two most powerful peoples in the universe. Ah, man. An epic race against time to claim the
Well, I guess that didn't last long.
pencil of intelligence.
I really clicked on this for the monster by mistake creature, but we're getting a lot of these this white bitch and her sister. Oh, it's still happening! They're having a Super Saiyan battle!
You're really
It's like the end of fucking WandaVision, only good!
To piss me off. Oh, and newsflash, anyone can draw. It just matters if you suck or not.
Baby, we're all...
Not! Well, the movie sucks, so there you
all
go.
tracers.
Shut the fluff up! There is no human being on this planet who can defeat me. You made a big mistake. Ah!
Does anyone realize I'm a talking rock?
No. Cause you... what? You're a rock? I mean, I thought you were like a blueberry. No, I didn't know you were a rock. Why is there a fucking... Is that an ice cream sandwich? I don't know what those fucking weird things are that are flying that look like ice cream sandwiches. And someone suggested that that's what was on your head. This is such a... I am offended by how annoying and bad and bullshit and stupid this is. Anyway, here's the creature. We're all here for this creature. Yeah, fuck her up! Kick her in the face! That's right! That's right! Alright, well, movie over. Alright, the villain has been stopped.
Art is really
Anyway, here we are back in generic high school.
expensive. Drawing tablets will run you a couple $100. And don't forget the software needed to even get started. It's a
I'm white, so I shit money, though, so it's cool.
huge challenge for beginners. Then you gotta factor in the time it takes to master the whole drawing thing. With the way the economy's going, you won't be able to move out till you're 50.
An injury shifted the trajectory of Paige's life.
Are we restarting the movie again? Are we just starting the fucking story again now?
All her expectations and goals, dreams and aspirations vanished.
All my immersions!
Young girl, she was experiencing a childhood that no one would wish on their worst enemy. She wondered why the heavens would do this to her. The doctors said she would recover eventually, but that her...
Well, that's a real shame. I'm sad that she's gonna recover. I hope she stays in the hospital forever and then dies. That's our drawings, some of it anyway. I'm sure it gets a lot funnier. But, I'm good. I'm good. You know, it's fine. We want to move on a little bit. That's fine. We've seen a little of that. Let me see here. Let this person save. This is another 3D animated thing. I'll save that for another time. What is this? Oh yeah, this looks like it could be good. I don't know if we actually watched this. I'm not sure if we watched this. But, it could be good. Here is a grown-up adult man born in 1999 talking about little kid stuff. We're back to users, everybody. We got Taylor Swift stuff, Adult Swim, Cartoon Network racing review, a bunch of birthday wishes for people, Family Guy episode reviews. I'm not sure who suggested this, but here we are. Random things to talk about. Netflix cuties movie rant, littering rant, things that need to be said, the downfall of kids WB, all the important things. Well, what's new here in the community? Arika Toriyama passed away. That's a shame. We're also remembering Matthew Perry. Petition for 6-hour work days. Yeah, this guy's probably really overworked. You know, this guy's probably dealing with a lot.
So there's a petition at change.
Oh, Jesus Christ, that's loud.
.org.com where you can fill out about people working for 6
It's not
hours.
even that it's loud, it's just that it's fucking peaking and horrible.
Or is at work. I mean, let's face it, I don't think anybody wants to work 8 hours or even longer hours. I even mentioned that it would be better if people were able to work 6 hours instead of 8 hours. So you guys can fill out this petition when clicking on the link in the description box at change.org. And it's funny because I've done some job searching and I found one job in Pontiac. It's a cleaning job.
Okay, so I guess he actually is trying to work.
And it's 6 hours. It's from 9 a.m.
Is that the font, by the way? I think this might be the Lobster font, this 6. I'm not entirely sure. But I think that might be the font. Racism rant, you say. Alright. Alright. Howard Stern thinks that black basketball players of the New York Knicks are racist. Feeling depressed sucks. We got a few different rants that could potentially be racism rants. Las Vegas shooting rant. My top 10 black cartoon characters. Parkland, Florida shooting rant. I love the idea that he put out the Parkland shooting rant like the week after he put out a Teen Titans video, you know? It's right back to back there. Tide Pod challenge rant. I'm not seeing a racism rant, but he has a history of rants, you know? This guy was funny and relevant like Howard Stern was, right. Well, we're gonna look at one of the shooting rants. I'm sure he's gonna really say what needs to be said about, the Las Vegas shooting. Let's see.
Today, I am finally doing a rant on last month's Las Vegas shooting.
Oh, it's about time, dude. I can't believe you stayed silent for so long.
Here is the well-known popular sign of the city of Los Angeles that says, "Welcome to famous Las Vegas, Nevada." It wasn't so fabulous on the first day of October last month when the shooting happened at a Jason Aldean concert. This
is from 2017. You know, it's easy to be like, wow, 6 years ago was a long time. It wasn't so long ago that the most fucking quality this should have is 240p. If this was from 2007, I would still be like, come on, not even 360? Really? But it's from 2017, so... 240p.
A concert? Come on! Can't go anywhere. You can't go to schools, church, and now you got shootings at a concert? People should be feeling comfortable when going to a concert. Come on. First, Tupac was involved in a horrible drive-by shooting in Las Vegas 21 years ago, and of course we know 6 days later he died. That was the first tragic in Viva Las Vegas. But 21 years later...
That was the first thing ever to happen that was tragic in Las Vegas. Was Tupac died. Before that, it was a paradise, really. Nothing bad ever happened.
Later, there was a Vegas shooting at a concert. The mass murderer was this man. Oh, great. Another white male.
Oh, man.
Who was involved in killing people. Oh, my goodness. This is 64-year-old Stephen Craig Paddock. Look how ridiculous he looks in the photo. He looks so sleepy, high, and drunk.
There is a photo of him where he does not look 110%. Fuck this man. I mean...
Probably didn't even know...
he did do some bad stuff, but it's like, we just need to be like, no, this photo's stupid. I guess so. I mean, yeah.
What was going on? I'm sleepy. You can now enjoy...
Well, he was pretty alert that night.
Dirt nap since you killed yourself. Coward. Typical. Here's another one killing himself, taking a cowardly way out. 58 people were killed while others were injured. What was...
Does this guy need to talk about this? Doesn't his channel mostly cover video games and cartoons? I don't know. Taylor Swift rant now.
Hey guys.
How did the microphone get worse? This is from 4 months ago. That last video was from like 7 years ago. How did this get worse?
You know, I really hope and pray that Taylor Swift quickly, sooner or later, breaks up with Travis Kelce. I'm sorry. I can't take this anymore. They still talking about Taylor Swift and the whole connection with her and the Kansas City Chiefs crap. Especially since the other day, I believe it was Sunday, she was at a game when they were going against the Chargers. Okay, of course she's in attendance.
Oh, he edited this too. That was an edit.
Since, you know, she's dating Travis Kelce.
You fucking edit this and keep the audio sounding like this.
Travis Kelce, all this crap. And she's in attendance. Her and Patrick Mahomes, the starting quarterback of the
why do you give a shit?
Kansas City Chiefs, Travis Kelce's teammate. She was seen in a booth with his wife, Brittany Mahomes. And apparently her and...
Supersonic Warrior has some opinions here about, you know, Jada Pinkett Smith and stuff. What are you up to? Oh, here's his preferred Sonic voice cast. Hell yeah. Not you.
This won't vanish.
No, he's not gonna say anything though. That's unfortunate. My preferred Sonic voice cast includes you saying words. Here's all his subscriptions though, and it's a bunch of yoga ladies, and that's cool. That's cool. I see. Right. Well, Supersonic Warrior indeed. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure why we're supposed to be caring about Taylor Swift on this fucking channel. Are you like a 15-year-old girl? What the fuck is wrong with you? I guess maybe people talk about Taylor Swift. My love for Rachel McFarlane. My love for Wendy Shaw. Okay, that's a good way of phrasing it. What do you mean, love?
So, I just like to do a video talking about my love for Wendy Shaw.
Admiration, appreciation. I'm sure it doesn't mean that kind of love. It's fine. It's fine.
I'm sure you guys are aware of Wendy Shaw. She's the voice actress of Francine Smith of American Dad. I must say, she does a very great job doing the voice of Francine. And I must say, I think she resembles Francine. She looks like Francine. Francine, as we know, is a hot blonde and one of the hottest, if not the hottest, cartoon mom ever. And Wendy Shaw herself is a hot blonde herself.
Well, I did not know that the lady that plays Francine looks so much like her. She's an attractive woman, sure. What do you mean love, though? And also she's a hot blonde. This is not good. These are not leading us down a good path with this phrasing. I don't know.
But she looks like a older version of Francine.
Huh.
But I just want to say that she does one heck of a job providing the voice of Francine. And I think Francine is funny in her own right, too. And get this. Wendy Shaw is 69 years old. She was born on July 2nd, 1954.
Well, that's all the information you need to know right there.
In Chicago. She'll be 70 this year. And I know, looking at her, you guys are like, no way, she's not 69 years old. I know. But she is 69 years old, but she doesn't look 69 years old, does she? She looks...
So this is, in fact, what the video sounds like it is. He is actually really into this woman. He probably jerks off to this voice actress. Pictures. That's great. That's good.
I would say in her mid to late 40s, but she looks great for her age.
Wow.
She seems like a...
You should go up to her at a convention and tell her she looks great for her age. I'm sure she's really... That's going to make her feel good.
Nice, down-to-earth woman. And I
not
just...
like one of those crazy bitches.
Appreciate her doing a wonderful job providing the voice of Francine. But God, she is such a very attractive woman. And I'm sure her personality is even beautiful too. I'm just head over heels for Wendy Shaw. I'm head over heels for Francine, but also Wendy Shaw.
Oh boy, we're not even halfway through this. Oh boy.
Before she became a voice actress, providing the voice of Francine, she's also an actress, and she's done movies. Movies such as Inner Space, The Burbs, where she plays as Mrs. Rumsfeld.
I see.
And this is her in the Burbs movie.
Oh my god,
and just
he's absolutely jerked off to her then.
Like Mojo Jojo says in Cartoon Network Racing, lovely.
You know, I'm not even gonna rewind that. Whatever he said, you heard it. I don't know. It's not. You're not gonna understand what he said better if you hear it again. It's
lovely.
Oh, yeah. Love me.
This is
love me. I need a mommy. Love me.
Lovely seeing her in this movie in this outfit with the hat to wear as she's doing some yard work. It simply is lovely. She is lovely. She was also in the movie Small Soldiers. You guys remember the movie Small Soldiers? I
do remember the movie Small Soldiers. I'm sure she brought your Small Soldier to attention plenty of times.
Good movie. Especially like that scene when they was playing that Spice Girls song, If You Want to Be My Lover. And she told her husband Phil, portrayed by the late great Phil Hartman, who played as himself but with a different name, Phil Fimble.
You wanna be my lover?
Phil!
You gotta get with my Phil!
What?
I love this song!
When she talks normally,
Right.
it's just great. I just love her voice. Her voice when she's not portraying as Francine.
62 people liked this masterpiece. Yeah, so 2,000 views on this, and 62 of them were really fond of it.
And her voice when she portrays as Francine. I mean, when you hear her voice, even when she's not doing her Francine impression, it's just great. I just love it. And you can hear Francine's voice whether she's portrayed as Francine or not. I just hear Francine. I think of Francine. I visualize Francine whenever
when I'm in the shower and I close my eyes and I'm touching myself, I think about Francine. In my restless dreams, I see you there, Francine. You're always there with me by my side, Francine. Please stand for me, Francine. I know you're a cartoon, but please... Wendy Shaw, leave your husband for me and let me call you Francine. Please.
Talks.
You're watching CNN with Chris Morrow. This is Francine Smith from American Dad and...
Steve Smith from American Dad. Hi, everybody!
Well, this is just cringe.
Hey! Hi, this is Scott Grimes, and I play...
I forgot this is the guy that plays Steve. I know this guy. He was on fucking he was on fucking Republic of Doyle, I think. They kept breaking his leg or something, if I remember correctly.
Steve Smith on American Dad.
I think he's Canadian.
I'm Wendy
I think that's
Shaw.
him.
And I'm Francine Smith.
Yeah, I mean, when you go into a show, you don't know if it's gonna last past the pilot, and
Well, now we're just seeing clips of the actors. All right, cool. Right. Well, sure. Big fan of that lady. What are your popular videos here? Eugenia Cooney video, The Downfall of Kids WB, Fran Drescher, Sexy Tribute. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. You know, here's the thing. People go like, I at least he's not into kids or whatever, but it's like, I don't know if you can assume that because he is into a lot of child media. So I don't know that he has that thing in his brain that tells him that that's... Maybe if he isn't, I don't know if... I think that might just be... a stroke of good luck. That if not. But, you know, Lil Pump rant. My top 10 worst dads. Number 1, mine. C-Virus rant. Yeah, I mean, there's this guy. Kids growing up too fast. What's this?
You know, I don't understand why some, not all.
Apparently kids now are the Joker, baby.
But why some kids want to grow up too fast, especially nowadays. You have some kids today who are 4, 5, 6, 7-year-olds, etc., already using cell phones and apps. They're in
it's the fucking future, man. The parents can't offload their children away from their responsibility fast enough.
Elementary, for crying out loud. They don't need cell phones or apps. Now, when they get to middle school, that is when parents should be giving their kids a cell phone. Giving them cell phones when they go into middle school sounds about just right. But why do kids need cell phones who are in elementary? And
everybody has them. There was a lot of this pushback, people being like, why does a little kid need a cell phone? It's like, I guess they don't really, but I mean, I don't know, everyone fucking has them, so some parents are gonna give them to their kids. Like, that's just, I don't know, there's a lot of them. Why are they so prolific? Why are there so many cell phones? Why does everyone have a cell phone? Why are they ubiquitous in society now? That's the real question. And there are answers for it, like it's an incredibly powerful device that can answer any question you ever have, basically, for the palm of your hand. So there's reasons why people have the phones, but, you know, yeah, people are just like, can't kids not have phones? It's like, yeah, do you want them to be the loser kid that's like, that everyone makes fun of, I guess? I mean, I guess, if you're cool with that. If you want your kid to be the homo whose parents didn't give him a phone, then like...
Be amazed. There are babies 1 or 2 years old who know how to use a cell phone and an app. That is amazing and crazy at the same time.
This is from 2019.
Another thing when it comes to kids growing up too fast, there are some middle school girls or high school girls who grow up too fast when they have a crush on a guy. But the peer pressure gets to them thinking the boy won't like her. Girls start to wear lipstick by the time they're 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 years old.
I feel like this guy should focus on talking about the ways in which this affects young boys. You know, the frame of reference that he might actually have. Because now he's just kind of wildly speculating as to why girls do the things girls do, which potentially might be true. But it also doesn't feel like he has any reason to really be talking about this.
Wearing makeup, rocking Daisy Dukes, wearing crop tops or showing off skin from their breast to their stomach to their back, hopefully to impress that boy that they're into. But get this, those girls will possibly feel really stupid when come to find out the boys that they were into was always into them before.
before they went into their little stage of wearing.
I think it's fair to acknowledge the trends of the day, and you see young people acting a certain way. That's, you know, maybe you can comment on it. But this kind of noticing and heavily focusing on how slutty the young girls are getting is, and you've got images like this to sort of back that up. That's, you know, there's pretty much one way that looks, and it's not the most positive thing.
And lipstick and makeup and wearing Daisy Duke shorts and showing off their skin, hopefully to impress that.
This is the second time he's mentioned the Daisy Duke shorts. It seems like that's a point of notice for him.
Boy, they had a crush on, just to impress them so badly, because they thought they didn't have feelings for them in the first place, but they always did. And that boy will still like you regardless of what you did. But then
I liked you regardless of what you did.
And they probably wouldn't like the fact you went as far as to thinking that they would like you even more with your little makeover, and then they probably won't even bother having a crush on you anymore. And then you're going to be looking all sad and down in the dumps. So you don't want to do that. And I'm sure there's some middle school or teenage boys that do the same thing. They try so hard to impress a girl. They got a thing for this girl, but then they're afraid that the girl that they're into probably sees them as some loser.
We're really spending a long time on this, huh? I mean, like, it's not about kids generally, even so far. It seems to mainly be about young girls. Which it's like, if you'd think if it was, I don't know, if it was not a weird point to make, I don't know, I feel like it would be a little more focused on your own. Like, oh man, when I was a little boy, blah, 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 but these kids you see today, I don't know, what the hell? It's like you have a little bit more of a frame of reference for that. There's a lot of assumptions being made here based on, like, I guess this guy listens to a lot of Taylor Swift and fucking watches, like, little girl TV shows or something, so I guess he's really clued in on what the youth of today is into, I guess.
Or not their type. So they figure they need to change it up a bit by acting all gangsta, talking all this slang, acting like they got this so-called swag, like they're a Beast Boy in Teen Titans Go. You know, probably having their hats turned back.
Well, that's probably exactly what they're going for, too, specifically. Yeah, that's fair.
Wearing gold chains and whatnot. Talking like they don't have no sense, like, what's up, shawty? Yo, yo, yo. Check out my bling, bling, bling. You are the thing. When you got a nice butt on you, smack you on the butt.
Man. Alright. You know, I was going to avoid the Sangi for as long as possible, but now we're really getting into it here with the butts and everything. We'll just go ahead and put you just, you know, just hang on. Get him a little smaller there. There we go. Oh, just a little smaller. Just a little. There you go. Right down here. Oh. Wait. There you go. Perfect. Okay, good.
You like that, shawty? You turned on by that? And then they're probably looking at you pissed off and angry. Not turned on at all. They're turned off. And they're disgusted by you and very disappointed that you stooped this low, thinking that this is the you they always liked, but they liked you for who you are before. And then turn to find out they don't want nothing to do with you. They're done with you. They don't want to speak or talk to you anymore. Or unless you try to find a way to apologize and do something special to make up for that girl. There could be some teenage girls in high school who wear thongs just to get guys' attention. It can happen. A girl could purposely drop her pencil and go,
so he's now, showing some interesting, footage here. How about this? This is a good rant that I decided to click on. This was the one, you know, because we were like, gee, which of these is going to be the one that's the most entertaining in the shortest amount of time and says the most about this channel in one quick video? It's this one. This is the one that teaches you everything you need to know about this channel ASAP.
It can happen. A girl could purposely drop her pencil and go, oh, dear, I dropped my pencil. Better slowly pick that up. Hopefully my thong doesn't show. The girl has her thong sticking out from her pants. Quote, the thong slip, unquote. She's turning her head a little bit just to see if the boy notices. You know doggone well that boy is going to notice. He's a teenager going through puberty. Hormones wild out of nowhere like a jungle. You know he going to be horny as heck seeing that thong sticking out from your pants. You really think he going to look away or not notice at all? Of course not. Come on. And then there are some kids who tend to really grow up too fast when they feel like when they're in high school, they need to hurry up and get into a relationship if a lot of their classmates have to be in relationships. You see boyfriends and girlfriends left to right. You feel like you need to hurry up and get into a relationship. But what if it doesn't last? It may last in high school, but do you think it'll last by the time you go to college after high school graduation? Not to mention, there's probably some who feel like they need to hurry up and rush into a relationship on Valentine's Day.
Valentine's.
And then after Valentine's Day's over with, that's it. What are you doing? What's the point? There are some kids who start smoking by the time they're in middle school, way before high school. You know, there's some high...
Yeah. You know, they probably do that. That's real shame. Why? I don't know. I mean, it's like, it's fair for people to see trends and point them out and observe things and exclaim about the things that they observe. But it's just a lot of what's being observed here is like young women in thongs, young girls, teen girls in thongs, and people in relationships. And this is all stuff that's like, why are you observing this? How are you observing this, sir? By what means? This sounds illegal. This sounds a little bit strange. You know, I mean, maybe these are valid points to make. Some of them, the youth shouldn't be smoking, sure. But, like, where are you hiding in which you're seeing the youth smoking? You've got like a secret location where the kids near your school, you know, they go after school and they go there and they smoke and they drink and they do crazy youth stuff. And you're secretly watching them from the bushes, I guess. Or like through a window or something. And they don't know you're there. And you're heavily judging them for not being pure enough, I guess. Is that what's happening? That's kind of the vibe of the video. I don't know.
High school kids who smoking too. They're the ones who get all peer pressured. You know, someone's thinking you should smoke this joint just to fit in. Hey, if you want to fit in, if you want to be one of us, you got to smoke this joint. If you want to be popular.
Who do you think gives them the cigarettes? Yeah, you know, someone's got to be that adult who's like buying the youth the fucking beers. You know, the homeless guy who goes and buys the kids the 6-pack. You know, maybe that is this guy. I guess it could be.
If you want to be one of us. If not, you might as well hang with other losers. Just like that one episode of Full House. Stephanie was in that situation. Remember when Gia wanted Stephanie wanted to hang with Gia, and she unfortunately...
We're getting our life lessons from the fucking Full House show from like the 90s. That's concerning. That's concerning.
Actually ended up smoking just to fit in.
This was one of the first wave of TV shows, you know, eras of TV shows that just raised people's kids for them. This was the earliest era of like, just plop your kids down in front of this show and it'll have a family experience that you won't give your kids, and it'll have like a moral lesson that you either are too stupid to comprehend yourself or are too busy doing your own thing to teach your kids properly yourself. So just put them in front of fucking Full House and bing bang boom, there you go. Great. We're off to the races here. At least it's not like a Sonic, you know, Sonic says that's no good kind of PSA. It's at least it's a step above that.
You don't want to be like Stephanie. This is why peer pressure sucks. And this is why I don't like all these high school cliques. You got people pressuring you. Oh, you got to drink this, man. You got to smoke this, man. Otherwise, you're a loser. You can't be one of us. They think you're a weakling, a pussy, if you don't do it. It's like, what?
Yeah, he is getting his understanding of the way people work, and young people specifically, from like TV shows from the 90s, you know. Like, peer pressure's no good, man. He's you know, I don't know how applicable that really ever has been to real life, though. Especially not now, in the future.
What happened to just being ourselves? Why can't we be ourselves? What's wrong with that? Got these high school cliques like it's the Mean Girls movie, which, by the way, is a really good and funny movie. Nobody wants to feel like they're in Mean Girls. You have some teenagers that want to drink. So
did he manage to, like, color grade every image on this so it looks like it's from the same source? Everything has the same color profile. All the people look orange. I don't know how he managed this.
They can fit in. But then it gets so bad to the point they're just wasted. They start throwing up constantly.
They're in the back of my car, and I ain't cleaning up that shit. I mean, I already had Becky throw up back there. I'm not cleaning up Stephanie's vomit, too. What the fuck do you think this is? I'm giving you rides for free. I'm not cleaning up your messes, all right? That's on you. That's on you.
Can't function. Can't focus. Especially since they're not even 21. Trying to fit in for the sake of it. I heard last month, these four teenage boys, had the audacity to rape a teenage girl.
Okay, that's a very different scenario from anything else we've talked about so far, though.
They raped and kidnapped her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what teenager?
That feels like it's a pretty big fucking difference of... It doesn't feel like it's really all that related to anything else you've mentioned so far, though.
Goes out and bothers to rape a girl.
They're bothering Wario!
That. Those boys should
I like the phrasing of bothers to rape a girl. Like he would. It's too much effort. Who is gonna bother to rape a girl? Jesus Christ. They whine and scream enough as it is. You really need to... Come on.
In their house... playing video games, eating Pop-Tarts, watching cartoons, drawing, or going outside get some fresh air. You know, go walking.
You know, they never did rape anyone on Full House, so that is pretty outside of my expertise. It feels like you should go back to the way that the kids were on Full House and not rape people, because they didn't rape people on Full House. So go back to doing that. No raping. Scout's honor, all right?
What you doing going out raping a teenage girl? That's wrong. That shows that you have too much time on your hands.
That's the problem, really, is that if you're raping people, you've just got too much time. You need to get yourself a hobby, really. See, what you need to do is get into gardening. If you're a rapist, that's the main issue that I can see, is that you do have too much time on your hands to be bothering to rape a girl. You got to get yourself like a bonsai plant or something. I think that would really help.
What, are you that bored where you figure, hey, let's go rape this girl for the sake of it? No! That's why your asses got in trouble. And I feel bad for that poor girl. I hope that girl that they raped and kidnapped wasn't white. I mean, not that...
I mean, not that... What? What exactly? Not that what? I mean, I don't even know what you... It's funny to be like, oh no, wait, not that... And then just stop it there, because it's like, what part do you think people are going to have trouble with it on that? Like, what part is the part that you think you're going to have to come out in front of and be like, well, no, I didn't mean that. I meant... Because I feel like there's a few different ways you could take that would all kind of require a little bit of a... Well, no, I didn't mean...
I feel bad for that poor girl. I hope that girl that they raped and kidnapped wasn't white. I mean, not that it matters, but I don't know. It just seems like America tends to think that black people, especially black males, are up to no good. I mean, they shouldn't do that. That's effed up. It's like they got some slavery.
Well, I mean, it is you who made the video that showed a bunch of white kids on Full House and then immediately cut to the 4 young black boys who apparently raped a girl. So, I mean, your video's not helping.
Mentality to go back to the days of blacks and whites hating each other. It's like, stop that.
It's like you chose to present the info in the way that you have, and it's not been It's not been great. It's not been great info.
It's 2019. Can we please stop doing that?
It is current day.
For all you kids out there are kids right now in elementary, middle school, high school, don't grow up too fast, okay?
Don't grow up too fast. You might get raped.
Enjoy being a kid. Being a kid is very
okay, all right then.
Important. Have some fun.
Enjoy being a kid. Let's cut back to this image. Boy. Let's just cut back to this image. That's fine. Great.
Have no worries. It's Hakuna Matata like the Lion King. You have no worries, no responsibilities. You don't have to worry about getting jobs. Play video games. Eat Pop-Tarts and candy to your heart's content. Go outside, get some fresh air. Do all that stuff. Because I'm telling you, when you get older and become an adult, it's not going to be all that fun and games. I mean, being an adult can be fun. Majority of people say, well, there's sex, having your own place, staying up late as long as you want, although you still need to get some rest because that's important, etc., etc.
What age are we talking about here? You are explicitly mentioning sex and talking about, like, staying up all night. I mean, what age are people moving away from, like, home? I thought he started the video talking about kids that were as young as 4 who had cell phones. And now we're on to, like, what age you should move away from home and start getting fucked. This is what this guy's video has brought us to.
That's all cool, but being an adult isn't all that fun or it's cracked up to be. It's not. Because you have to start looking for a job. You have to start making some money to put in your own account for yourself. You have to, because unfortunately you can't just sit around not doing anything when it comes to your parents telling you you need to get a job. You can't be sitting around being lazy. Because if you're just going to sit around being lazy, your parents will possibly kick you out if you don't even bother helping out or even bother getting a job. You're just...
Yeah, I guess. I mean, the person in chat who points out, like, being a kid isn't necessarily a whole lot better. I mean, doing this whole, like, oh, just don't worry, being an adult is worse is not really the best. That's not really the best thing, is like, it's all downhill from here, kid! It's not, I mean, I guess it's true to some extent, but it's not really, I don't know.
It's not. So then you have to get a job. You have more responsibilities you have to worry about, you know, paying taxes, paying bills. Like who really sits down and looks forward to doing all that? Absolutely not. Nobody.
So that's why you shouldn't do drugs, kids, because bills.
And if you do, I'm sorry, but something is going on with you if you actually enjoy that. And
all right, well, the kids are growing up too fast. The kids aren't all right, and the thongs are to blame. Mainly, it's mostly the thong's fault, I think. So that's Do Not 1999, and he has a pretty fun channel there. There's another guy here who looked like he had something going on, but it was Supersonic Warrior 93. Didn't really have much going on, unfortunately. We're gonna do a few more things here. I am going to be eventually ending things for the D&D session, but at the moment we're going to be doing things. What is this here? Okay, this maybe not this one, not right now. What about this one? Okay, someone was suggesting this a while ago. This comes from the well, there was a few actually. Where's the other one? Okay, no, let's start with this one. There was a few suggestions regarding incels, which is always fun. Ooh, there's a new half in the bag. Nice. New incel content. Guys, there's another... So it's Marshall Mathers, everyone. Darth Nihilus here. Things normies don't understand about us incel men. And his beard is now made of straw. But you notice this second video here? This Sam Collins, he has the same fucking yellow text with black outline that Curtis Connor and the bootleg Curtis Connor we saw earlier had. And he's got the same mustache that Curtis Connor has. Why are these people multiplying? We don't even need one Curtis Connor. We don't need multiple. Come on now. What the fuck? Anyway, here's this guy.
Hey everyone, it's Darth Nihilus here, back to you today with another video.
This guy's a well-known individual.
Today, I wanted to talk about things that normies do not understand and never will understand about us incel men. And I wanted to start off this video by saying that, you know, one of the most and main things that normies will never understand about men who are incels is the fact that, like, for example, and probably one of the best examples that I'm about to give in this video is how we have a lot of just extreme anger and hatred towards women. And obviously, I don't think incel men truly deep down inside hate women.
No, definitely not. Never.
Because if they really did hate women, they wouldn't care about them, and they wouldn't even have any...
Well, you know, resentment and hate are not necessarily the same things, but I think that's what people mean usually, is that it's like a resentment kind of deal more than a hatred. Sometimes it is a hatred, but I think it's mainly like a resentment.
Desire to get with them in the first place, as in getting into a relationship with them, like either a boy and girlfriend relationship or husband and wife relationship. But when us incel men say that we hate women, we are saying that because we are suffering. We're going through an immense amount of pain and anguish.
Self-imposed, largely.
Emotionally. Like, our lives are a living hell. And that is something that when it comes to...
The color of the video is rapidly changing with his emotions.
You bitch-ass normies, you normal...
That is usually the word that follows, the N word that follows after bitch-ass is normies, yeah.
People out
there as hot as Wu-Tang get,
so easily able to get into relationships and always have been able to get into relationships so easily, whether it be boy and girlfriend relationship or husband and wife relationship.
Skill issue.
Like, it's just always been such a piece of cake for you normal people to always...
This guy looks very normal. I mean, outside of the fact that his beard looks rougher than the fucking trees behind him, you know, it looks like his beard is actually made of hay. Outside of that, yeah, I mean, this guy just looks like an ordinary fucking person. He looks like somebody who, you know, drives a pickup truck and loves America or whatever. Doesn't really look like anybody fucking, you know, unable to do anything in their lives, unable to have a fucking girlfriend, unable to meet anyone. That seems like it's just you. That's like a personal problem that has nothing to do with how you look or your genetics or anything.
Get into...
As always, it almost never does. I mean, the fucking number of people you see that are hideous, drop ugly motherfuckers. Drop dead ugly. Not drop dead gorgeous, but you see them and you want to die. And somehow they've got someone that's like attractive, you know, who's they've conned into loving them. You can do it too. I mean, that's the way it works.
Relationships. And to us incel men, it's just unfair. And we are frustrated. We are suffering every single day of our miserable ass lives.
Okay.
We're tormented and tortured emotionally by the fucking sight of all these damn
so badly, just get a girlfriend.
Normal people in relationships whenever we go out in public.
As a sex offender, I'm quite surprised by this.
Any place, anytime. Like, any place, anytime that we see couples, people who are in relationships, especially if they're young people, and I would say pretty much only if they're young people, like, I don't feel at all triggered or pissed off or frustrated or angry or hateful when I see old couples. That shit doesn't bother me or affect me one.
Because I know they probably secretly hate each other, but when I see people who are still young and in love, that's the real problem. That's what really hurts.
Bit. But when I see young couples, as in, you know, guys and girls who are fucking teenagers in relationships, or people in their, you know, 20s or 30s or something like that, that's what triggers me. That's what makes my blood
also very focused on teenagers in relationships.
That's what affects me so immensely. Like, emotionally. It just takes such a massive toll on me, and it wrecks my whole fucking day. And of course, that is something that normies will never understand.
I mean, like, but the thing is like, if you were so inclined to be this type of a bitch, you know, the way that he's being a bitch here, and you had some relationship scenario when you were in your teen years, you would probably just, you know, turn that in your brain into some other reason why you can't be with women now. Where it's like you've arrived at this conclusion, and you've just kind of reverse engineered the reasoning for why that is. So it's like, you know, oh, I didn't have a girlfriend in high school, whatever, you know, that's why I guess he's so focused on young people in relationship. It's like, you probably wish you had like a high school crush or something, high school love. Well, if he had, it probably would have ended up really poorly. And now that would be the means by which he's, oh yeah, you know, they're all bitches, just like that girl in high school. Like, it would change, you know, it would change the lore that brought us here, but the end result, I think would be the same person. I think this is not something that is developed by, you know, being not fucked in high school or after, but is just a trait that some people get. Whether or not they have had success, they'll, you know, in that field, they'll still just kind of look at it as like, yeah, and that was the beginning of the end. It's like, okay, you just decided you want this to be the scenario. On some level, you like being an incel, and you want it to be this way. And any circumstances in your life can be used to reverse engineer a reason why you're the victim. It's just like all of the victim people that, you know, the false allegation people, except instead of a specific person that's to blame, it's all women and all society is the reason why I'm so fucked up and can't take responsibility for anything. I guess. That's seems to be, it's all women. It's every woman's fault. It's not me.
Normal people out there in the world will never, not once, be able to comprehend what the fuck is going on in the minds and hearts of us incel men every single time that we see any of you couples, you young couples.
I mean, there's also just the obvious fact of, like, once you're self-acknowledging, you're like, you yourself are calling yourself an incel. That's just, you've lost, right? I mean, nobody wants to date an incel. That's, the term is incel. So it's like, if you go up to a woman and you say, I'm an incel, well, I guess she's not going to have sex with you, right? Then you would no longer be an incel. So when people like this do the whole, oh yeah, us incel men, well, you've already lost. You're calling yourself an incel. You have self-diagnosed as an incel, and now you can't win. That's just the way it is. By definition, incel, their version of like winning, their version of like, you know, succeeding is sex with a woman who wants to be with them, and not for money or anything, but wants to be with them. So, like, by definition, the term incel means that that's not happening. So you have defined yourself as a loser, basically. You've set the parameters by which you would be a winner, and then defined yourself as a loser, essentially.
It's out in public, doing whatever the hell it is you are doing, And just by being couples and being young and in relationships, it just wrecks our whole fucking day. It crushes us. It torments us. It tortures us emotionally. Every single fucking time that we have to see that shit, it takes a toll on us. It triggers us. It makes our blood boil. Like, seriously. And, you know, obviously, like, if we weren't suffering for so many years of our miserable ass lives, then obviously we wouldn't be so sexually frustrated. And we wouldn't have, you know, feelings of hatred or anger towards women, or we wouldn't have feelings of anger and hatred, jealousy and envy towards all these damn wretched ass young couples that we
fucking bitch ass goddamn 15-year-olds. I hate them.
See every time we go anywhere in fucking public, any time of the day. Like, it's just unfair. And young couples are everywhere. Everywhere you go, it literally doesn't matter. I mean, literally, like, young couples are all over.
Even on my porn websites, they're always there.
The fucking place. And it makes our lives a living hell. It makes our existence that much worse whenever we see any young couple.
You've already defined your own lives as a living hell. This is what I can't get over, is the whole, like, oh, you're making our lives worse. Like, you view sex and having sex with a woman as, like, the be-all, end-all. So, by definition, you've called yourself an incel. You are involuntarily unable to have sex with a woman. So, like, you've already made your life bad. You've already consigned yourself to oblivion. There's nothing more that anyone else can really do. They might make your, it's like hospice care. They might make your time a little less comfortable, but, you know, you've already resigned yourself to this fate. So, I mean, it's really on you.
Anywhere, anytime, any place out in public. Because we're suffering, our lives are a living hell, we're a miserable wreck, we're broken, we're damaged, we're torn apart, we're crushed, we're hopeless, we're full of despair. I mean, hell, we're probably constantly, you know, having suicidal thoughts 24/7, and maybe even worse than that. And
who gives a shit?
And yet, whenever we want to go anywhere in public, for any reason,
I'm so fucking sick of everybody acting like their suicidal thoughts is like everybody else's fucking problem. It's like my fault that you want to kill yourself. Like, I mean, maybe it might be specifically one person or another person's fault. Like, oh, you harassed me, you know, in that scenario, maybe. But when it is this, like, yeah, I have suicidal thoughts, so you shouldn't be in a relationship with someone else around me. There's no connection you can make to make that someone else's problem. I'm sorry.
At all. It's like,
don't kill yourself.
That
but,
experience for incel guys like me, or incel men, is just always ruined. It just is always ruined. Because we can never, you know, we can never catch a break. We can never go anywhere in public, anytime, any place, and not witness or see with our fucking eyes all these young couples who are just enjoying themselves and enjoying their lives and just having a wonderful ass time.
So it's all their fault. All right. Well, that's Marshall. Marshall has a strong... Darth Nihilus. I'm sorry, he's changed his name. Strong opinions against such things. Let me take a look here. Someone had a good suggestion, actually. Somebody that we've looked at before. Who I need to... Oh, jeez, I forget the fucking name now. I forget the name of the channel. It's possible I didn't save it, actually, because I think somebody just told me to look it up on stream. Hang on. I don't remember the name of the channel. And I did not make a clip of this, which I really should have. Alright, good, it's fine, I found him. Not too much going on, unfortunately. I wanted to see if we had any updates to our friend with the single girl situation. Somebody reminded me of the single girl situation. Of course, for those who forget.
Single girl situation. Single girl situation.
Yeah. Yeah, the incels are better when they do that. Yeah, I would agree. You know, you get the ones who just cry and babble about being sad, and then you get the ones like that who they use Omegle and try to find the single girls in the situation. Let me see. Single and looking for a girlfriend online. Got another Omegle one here.
Single girl situation. Hello.
I hope you guys have missed. I hope someone has missed the single girl situation. Because you get to know about it. You get to know all about it now.
Just want to make sure this is working. There we go, it is. You're not a girl.
Yeah, this is the online dating pimp. He's the ODP, as you can see. FBI, don't you be watching me. He's the online dating pimp, and he's here to find out the single girl situation. He's got his back scratcher. He's armed with that. He looks like Mike Stoklasa. And yeah, he's on this like bootleg Omegle. I guess the other Omegle went under a little while ago, so now there's a new Omegle. And he's on there, and he's trying to track down anyone. Funny thing about this guy, he will click away from you if you're too young. So if you are visibly 12, he will click away from you. If you're visibly like 16, maybe not. But if you're like 12 or something, we have seen him go, alright, you're too young. And then click off of them. And then shout single girl situation at the next person who looks like they're 15 or something. But if you're a guy, he might call you an F slur. He might call you an R slur. One of the many slurs could happen. There could be many slurs here. But, you know, I'm sure you're all big boys. You could take it.
You're a pedophile! You're not a girl!
No, what a shame.
What's up, man? Fuck you! Crutch ass motherfucker.
Well, this is some good content, people.
You're not a girl.
So the guy's either just doing this for attention, for trolling, whatever it is, whatever the reason is, whatever he thinks he's doing this for. You know, the actual reason, of course, is unclear. But whatever he thinks he's doing it for, you know, we're here watching it. It seems ostensibly like he's trying to get a girlfriend somehow by shouting single girl situation until someone, I guess until that works on a woman somehow and she wants to be with him. And I just don't know if anyone's dumb enough to actually think that that would work. Like, so I don't know if this is just for attention. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, he does like a baby Smurf laugh. You heard a little bit of that.
Hey, what's up? Are you a girl?
Thank you, Daddy!
Well, fuck you! Get off my fucking computer!
What a shame.
You sick ass motherfucker.
So this guy, I've seen him point out before that other men he sees that are, you know, around his age or whatever, he'll call them like sick-ass motherfuckers. So I guess he seems to know, I guess he's aware that he's here for nefarious reasons, and he assumes that the other people that look like him, you know, or are seemingly of a similar age or whatever. I don't know, this is just two guys having a good time looking at the weirdos on Omegle, and he's calling them sick, but this is a strange man. This is one of the weirdos on Omegle. I mean, this is a cryptid in the flesh. You see this odd man show up with, like, a back scratcher, and he's just shaking at you and doing, like, a voice, like a little child, and he shouts single girl situation, and, you know, this is a real character.
Fuck you and your goddamn gas station drink. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
Oh. He's excited about this one.
Situation.
Yeah, see, this is what I mean. If they're like 12, he will say you're too young. And he will ask, so he might find out but this is, you know, pretty clearly young girls, and he is still willing to ask them that. He is still all about the single girl situation. But he has asked before. He has in the past been like, all right, how old are you? It's been like single girl situation first, and then how old are you? And then that's been the factor that made him, you know, decide to not engage anymore. We have seen that. Didn't happen for him.
You're not a girl.
You're not a girl. Get the fuck out of here, piece of shit.
What's your deal? Fuck you.
He hasn't shouted the F slur at anyone yet.
What the fuck?
God, yeah, you don't want this strange man. There's a little kid here. Raven from Teen Titans is here. You don't need this strange man around your whole family.
Hi.
Oh.
What's up? How old are you?
He didn't... It's like he realized the single girl situation wasn't happening, so he tried to switch it to, what's going on? Hey, how's it going? How old are you?
What's a single girl situation? Hi.
Single girl situation! What a shame. This is what this guy does, apparently, all the time. He just scrolls through these, and shouts mean words at the people that aren't women, and then shouts single girl situation at the women.
This is weird that guy.
Hi.
Oh. Hi.
How old are you?
We're 12.
Oh, goodbye.
Yeah, I mean, he does do that at the very least. Is it still creepy? Absolutely. But, I mean, I guess he has at least some kind of a baseline. He has some kind of fucking limits. Which is good. I mean, you don't see that often. You don't see that often from people like this, but I guess that's it's for the best. You gotta give him that.
What's a single girl... Wait, how old are you?
This poor person. What's a single girl? How old are you? It's just click off. There you go. There you go. Single girl situation. I think he clicked off of that one.
Single girl situation.
Aw, you know, one of these days that's going to work, buddy. Yeah, he just does random noises too. That's fine. That's fine. This is a single girl situation. You've been informed. You've been informed. And yeah, I mean, he continues. He's got several other lives here. To situate or not situate and continue looking for a girlfriend on the internet. Should I upgrade my phone? Single and looking for a girlfriend online. Test with new phone. On my way to lose some weight at Zepbound. Where are the single women at? Kind of reminds me a little bit of Zenny Gundam. Ziggity Zenny Gundam. The guy who there's a lot of stories involving him. He's a similar type of individual. That's why I say he reminds me, you know, Ziggity Zenny Gundam seemed to be very, you know, this seems like it could be him in the future, maybe. I don't know. Let me see. Yeah, he's looking for a girlfriend. He wants a single girl to be part of his situation on Omegle. That's correct. Somebody, I feel sorry because somebody a little while ago, I guess, sent in a super chat, $2 from Noah's Ark. Hi, can I make a request for a channel review? It's very unfortunate that you sent in the super chat just a request that you could make a request. You have to go with what, like, look at the streams. People send in the super chat and they're like, hey, look at this. It's like, what was the suggestion? You know, get to the suggestion. I mean, I don't know. That was an hour ago. I hate to be like, yes, as a matter of fact, you can request. Thank you for wasting your chance to make a request. to ask if you could request a channel. Yes, you can. Go for it. We got some suggestions. We got some super chats and suggestions here. We got $2 from HG McCartoons. I know that intro song, so I clapped. That's good. That's good. It was from the last OSI album. They're apparently just not making any more. They had one every 3 years from 2003, and then 2012, and then they just never made another one. And it's a shame because I was around when that came out, and I was like, all right, just another 3 years. Just gotta wait 3 years. It's gonna happen. It has not. It has not yet happened. That's a shame. $10 from Shark Gobbler. Another stream. Daddy Claus feeding us well. Well, I like to stream, you know. It's been good streams lately. The last couple have been exciting and eventful. And there's always more nonsense to see, and I always have more to say about it. And, you know, I sit here and I build up like I'm like an enemy in a video game. You know, you hit me with enough bullshit, and I build up like I build up like an energy discharge thing, and then when that's the stream. I gotta discharge the energy. I have to do an insane rant stream where I yell at people and call them stupid. And it builds up after a little while, you know? So that's the way it works. £2 from Inquisitor Media, but Deadwing Dork, it took 6 years to make. That's true. It is at least half of a Boyhood. So we got to give it that, you know, that our drawings, it might look like shit. It might seemingly be entirely shit, but it did take a while, so it should be better. That is a good point. It actually should be better. So we should actually dislike it even more. $2 from Reverend Cudgel. This feels like the Cryptoland animation. Even worse, really. $5 from Vicky Martini with the happy birthday for tomorrow. Marty, happy birthday for tomorrow. Happy birthday. Thank you. $2 from Apochromatic. Attention users! Claw is the user pursuer! That's right, and I'm after your fucking family members, if they are users. $5 from Evan Metfies. The guy talking about how kids are rushing into relationships that don't last doesn't understand that every failure is a catalyst for success. And another $5. If you want to fit into my group, you need to bring human sacrifices, or yourself as a sacrifice, to our Golden King. Suddenly, weed seems tame. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty simple, honestly. I mean, You know, that's the problem with a lot of mainstream religions. They don't require violent, brutal sacrifice in the name of Ghidorah. You know, if Christianity had that, I mean, I would be more inclined to believe people really support those kinds of tenets. But, you know, you don't see it. You just don't see it. So we'll do, like, one more thing, maybe. You know, we'll close it out, potentially, with a thing here. Here's another... This is one that popped up on my, it popped up on my, my YouTube, like my, you know, homepage on YouTube. I was recommended to watch this. We've looked at this fellow on stream before. This is a fellow discussing another person that we've looked at on stream before. In fact, we've looked at him just fucking recently. It was like I think one of the last streams we did, we looked at this guy. In the last few streams, whatever, last couple weeks, we looked at this guy. Yeah, there was a response video regarding him. This is from the living soy jack himself, Sheldon Donner. This is Mr. Weasel, and he's here with "Let's see how sorry you really are, Dan Sobel." So Dan, the My Little Pony and Sophia the First fan. Pretty well-known underground user. He's like he's an up-and-coming user in certain circles. A lot of screaming, a lot of reeing. He told a little girl to shove his middle finger up her vagina or something. That was something we learned on the last time we looked at this guy. So not great. Similar kind of thing to certain other people, you know. Sonic Sega Gamer telling children to kill themselves and stuff like that. Well, Sheldon Donner here is a real-life IRL Wojak in real life IRL. And Soy Jack, rather, sorry. He's a Soy Jack, and he makes videos that are, I guess, kind of like mine, you know, almost. They're like reactions to lol cows and stuff. But they're not really very good. They're not very good.
Hey everybody, it's Mr. Weasel.
Mr. Weasel.
I haven't posted a video in a long time, so here's this video. So, Dan Sobel recently made this video called Admitting My Wrongdoings. Now, Dan Sobel, you've done a lot of bad things, like saying the N-word and just... wow. You've done some really bad stuff back in the past, so let's see how sorry you are.
Let's see how sorry you are.
Hi everyone, this is me.
Let's see how sorry you are for being, like, obviously socially, you know, being an obvious mental defective to some extent, and maybe not being fully in control of, like, he said a word and doesn't know societally that you're not supposed to say certain words and why. How sorry you are, Dan Sobel. This is one of those people who you look at him and it's hard to really be that upset. He's very clearly extremely autistic or some other combination, cocktail of various problems that make him, you know, a user, a baby man. I believe was the term that he used, a baby man. And yeah, so it's, you see someone like this is a very A-log-ish individual, this Sheldon Donner person, who doesn't seem to recognize that, like, someone, you know, they can do stupid, wrong things, but also this guy is, like, I would say not fully to blame for his actions, you know, not all there. And so having the kind of vitriol that this guy has toward him and a lot of other people is very strange. He seems very bitter toward Dan Sobel here, even though Mr. Weasel seems to be a normal person to some extent. He seems to be able to, like, live his life and not be like this to some extent. But Dan Sobel, it still triggers him and makes him upset, I guess.
Me, Dan, the My Little Pony and Sophia the First fan. And I'm starting to realize of all the bad things that I've did since the last 4 years ago.
Really? Really? I mean,
Think about the lives that have been lost, Dan. You really think you could just apologize?
Past I don't think you were feeling pretty bad about the situation, you know.
So
you were going, oh, whoa, 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 this guy, how dare you? You were acting like a Go Animate character, even though this reality is not Go Animate, dude.
So I guess this guy is also a Go Animate person, I would assume. I would not have... I say that because I would not have whatever... Oh, whoa, 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 whoa thing he was trying to do there. I'm not sure what that was supposed to be getting at, but if that was supposed to be a Go Animate thing, I'm not sure. I would have made that connection, personally, so that implies to me that he knows at least enough about Go Animate, more than I do, as someone who occasionally fucking streams these videos. These grounded videos. He must know enough to know that that's, like, a part of that culture. Yeah, this is this type of A-log, like, you should be sorry, you were cringe on the internet, you will pay for your crimes! You know, that kind of fucking thing. It's a lot. It's a lot. I don't know. Who gives a shit what he said?
After watching New Yorker Sife's video about...
I need a beer.
Grown adult drinking beers. Guys, he's an adult. He had a beer ready to go. He had a beer sitting on his desk, presumably either warm, so that he could pop it when he at will whenever he wants and he's doing a stream, or the way he said I need a beer was like he didn't plan to open the beer, but there was just one sitting right there. So I guess he just keeps beer sitting on his desk at all times, or it's a cold beer he got from the fridge and he wants us to believe that he nonchalantly, casually went, yeah, I need a beer, as if he didn't already have one ready to go. Was it legitimately just to make him seem like a grown-up because he drinks? Wow.
His wrongdoings. I want to admit my wrongdoings too. So I'm going to admit my wrongdoings, starting right now. So I'm gonna start it off for what I did to Steve the YouTuber.
Well, someone in chat is telling me to look at child marriage laws in America. That sounds good. That's what? Excuse me?
YouTuber back in 2023. Here I go. So what I did to Steve the YouTuber back in November 29th of 2023, I made Steve very angry by...
You know, a way of pissing people off, you know?
Acting so crazy and coming up with crazy dreams while I was on Hayden Seipolt's messenger call while we were doing
Do I have to look up the name child marriage laws in America? That's a name I have to look up on YouTube now. I have to type that in on YouTube. You want me to type that in on YouTube? Do you just want me to be on a list? Is that what you want? I guess.
Play along skit of the Wiggles, which is Jeff's dream that he was a cow.
It's his at.
What? A cow?
And also another thing why I made Steve very angry is because I kept on saying that Mommy and Holly were real babies, which is a very crazy thing for me to say. But
I don't think so. I mean, I've been called a baby before, but guess what? I don't give a shit about that one.
I'm a grown man. I drink beer, and I bought a house, and I got divorced, and my taxes pay for your salary, and I also watch baby shows. Absolutely.
But the truth is, you are a baby. You literally scream to your haters, and you just couldn't handle hate or criticism.
Can't handle other people's opinions. So, Mr. Weasel, Sheldon Donner, he is a living soy jack. He does comedy skits. He also has a video about children and teenagers on social media. More videos about Dan Sobel. More videos about Dan Sobel. Vukmir Silly? Yeah, I don't know. The guy wants to be like, I guess, my vomiting superpower. That looks like a good video. The guy wants to be like, I guess, a dude who commentates on lolcows. Exposes man-childs. Sorry, he exposes man-childs. Well, you know, I just don't know. I just don't know. It seems as though this guy feels a little bit like a man-child to me, but that's just me. That's a little bit of him. I wanted to take a look at a little bit of him. I said we'd do one more thing. Maybe we'll do another one more thing. $5 from Emin Medfee's suggestion. Please look at Captain Alex's community post where the military captain in question is throwing a tantrum about people leaving his stream. Well, that does sound pretty good. I do like some Captain Alex. Captain Alex. It's a good thing that this is coming up more often now. I mean, like, obviously you'd think Who Killed Captain Alex would be the main thing. And it is still the main thing, but the other Captain Alex is also great here. Rant. Well, let's see. Oh, yeah, this is from 5 hours ago. Rant. Okay, you know what? I've had it, because last night was great till the end. Why? Because at 10 p.m. people left and deserted me. Why? Because I cried in a discussion. Well, let me tell you something. Not a single person on the chat told me good night and just left without saying good night. May I remind you that on my ship we follow orders and we don't screw up? How hard is it to tell me 3 fucking words before I was heading to bed? Pretty hard, because you walkies have a job and I don't. This is my ship. God damn it, I run this thing and you just bolted without saying 2 fucking words. I can't wait to punish you tonight for the desertion I went through last night. How about a sorry instead of with all due respect? Like I said, I run this ship, not you, but desertion is fun. What if I end up a burning ship? You'd probably leave me behind to die. I can't wait to punish you for deserting me like that last night. I will not get over it. I went through hell and you did it. So take that with all due respect and shove it. God! Good morning, Captain. Sorry that happened last night. Punish those no-good bastards. They deserve it. I will! It's from Longrod von Hugendong. And, yeah, Longrod von Hugendong here. Looks like Marge Simpson a little bit. Oh, I'm sorry, Captain. It's okay, exhales. A real captain doesn't complain. No one owes you anything on here. Chin up. Trying, but in your eyes, failing. Sorry, Captain. I'll be a better crew monkey. Yeah, thanks. Captain Alex, you know, he's our boy. We love Captain Alex. He's great. We've seen some good stuff from Captain Alex recently. He was streaming last night. Here he is. He's live addressing the issue of his community page. This is the guy who said that he would kill himself if he loses again in Beyblade. Like, if he plays Beyblade with people at a game store or something, he would kill himself. Unscheduled stream, let's talk. Welcome to another stream. Let's just chat. Still sick. We can't react. Let's just chat. You wanted it, you got it. Short live today. No hat down in the dumps. So what's weird about Captain Alex that I always like about him is that he seems to apparently play a character where he pretends he's like a captain. But then sometimes he doesn't do the fake captain thing. He has like these, I guess, photoshops or whatever of him in this captain outfit. Or it's like a fake outfit or something. But then sometimes he doesn't pretend that he's the captain. And yet he's the same. He's very much the same personality. One way or the other. We are live. I am well and ready. Does he have another video about... Oh, here we go. Captain's Rants, episode 60. You woke people need to be happy and stop being miserable. That's right. Be happy. Be like the, be like the fucking, be like the pronouns guy. He seems very happy and generally enthused about most things. He's generally positive about most things.
Good afternoon, my beloved recruits and cadets of your chat. This is your beloved, most cherished still sick, but getting better. Captain speaking. My name, as you all know, is Captain Alex.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to episode 60. We finally made it this far. 60 episodes of Captain's Rants. I am happy, thankful, and honored that all of you came to my YouTube channel, decided to watch it, barely gave it enough views, and and liked it. Which is doubtful because every time when I look at my likes, it's not even close to like 100 likes. And the comments, I mean, you guys are great commenters, but there are some comments out there that are just so awful.
You're not entitled to receive positive comments, sir. It is the internet.
This is and it's really pathetic. And that's for today's episode.
Lots of things are pathetic.
How woke...
He's talking about woke people, though, apparently.
People are so pathetic creatures.
This is coming from him in the Naruto green screen void, where he pretends to be a fake captain for VR chat children on the internet to protect themselves against VR chat dangers in VR chat. Self-defense in VR chat is the lessons that he teaches his recruits. I'm just putting that out there in case you're not familiar. So, yeah, I mean, that's true. There's a lot of people that are pretty pathetic. That's fair.
Miserable bastards. Yes, I swore. Deal with it.
Oh, man.
Okay, why is it that whenever you woke people try to cancel
us,
why do I get the feeling that you just want to, cry your eyes out? I know why.
This is coming from the guy whose every video is him complaining about the trolls and the mean comments that he gets. He just literally had a community post where he whines and bitches about how a couple of people left his stream a little bit early last night without saying good night. And now he's complaining about the woke, sensitive left. Alright.
Because...
Tell me more.
Your mama didn't pat you in the head long enough.
Oh my god.
Your parents probably never loved you enough.
Dude.
You ended up getting a divorce.
Glass houses, dude.
Flunked out of high school and elementary school. You got bullied to oblivion.
Mm-hmm.
You lost your job.
Yeah, we got wokies and we got walkies. He's in a wheelchair, so walkies is also a slur he uses.
Got kicked in the nuts by an officer.
So these are all the reasons why someone would be woke, apparently. They lost their job or got kicked in the nuts by an officer.
Probably should have been a great idea. And you probably ended up stealing stuff.
Probably.
Which is a stupid idea.
What?
So, people.
These are some fucking wild generalizations. I mean, why stop at crimes? Just be like, I feel like you were a tie-dye shirt kind of guy, too. I'm not making any judgments about it. I just feel like that's the thing that really screams you. You ever worn any Crocs? You feel like a Crocs type of guy. I'm surprised this hasn't gotten into, like, fucking telling me my star sign or something.
Everyone. Humanity. Don't be, like those woke, miserable people.
Yeah, the wokes.
Be a normal human being. And... don't be dumb. Don't be dumb like them. Just saying, I'm a miserable little shit, so I'm gonna say this and this and this. Because another thing, being a troll doesn't get you anywhere. It'll just make you miserable.
Mm-hmm.
But then what am I supposed to know? I'm
pretty fucking miserable myself.
Just here.
I'm something of a miserable, pathetic loser myself, actually.
Waking up, the people from all that misery.
He's waking up the sheeple, everybody. He's providing a public service to those who will listen. It's our fault for not, heeding his words.
Misery and suffering, and bringing them to my channel. I mean, fun in this channel is the most important thing. When was the last time a human being never had fun?
Well,
there wasn't. Because
when was the last time a human being had fun? There wasn't. Sure. What is the point of this video? What the fuck? Am I getting... Is this what it's like to get a brain hemorrhage?
We are humans on this earth trying to have all the fun we can get.
Yeah. God put us on this planet to hang out with everyone regardless of age, so...
On next time's episode, I'll get to talk about, some festivals out there, and I'll get to talk to guys about things that should exist. But unfortunately, there aren't any YouTubers out there, or YouTube videos out there, that talk about this kind of shit.
Yeah, there's not enough people on YouTube talking about the woke people on YouTube. There's definitely a lack of content there. There's a real hole you can fill there, Captain Alex. There's not enough people talking about how woke the world is. So I'm glad that you're speaking truth to power like that. That's good.
But anyways, I hope you can take this to heart. I hope you can, agree with me and like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm trying to get back to 1K. Excuse me for 1 second.
You could have edited that out when you say excuse me. You could have edited that, but alright then.
Thank you. Yeah, so with that being said, I think that would probably be it. This is your beloved Captain speaking.
Beloved Captain.
I'm gonna say this to all of you, because you love my outros. Stay safe, stay motivated,
and don't be woke.
Stay vigilant. Love, safety, and peace to all.
Listen, make sure you stay... I have to bring attention to the way that he said earlier in the video that he was waking people up on his channel. It's like, yeah, you don't want people to be woke, but what you want is for them to be awakened politically to the realities of the world around them. Not woke per se, but definitely awakened in a political sense. And, in a heightened state of awareness. I'm not sure if they have a better term for that, but definitely not woke. We hate the wokes. This video was the last of the wokes, so thank you, Captain Alex. Really, who did kill you, honestly? And let me see here. We're gonna end things off. I can't believe I'm going to look this up. I can't believe I'm gonna look this up. Alright, what is the fucking name of this guy? War Pony? Okay, what is the name of this guy who I probably shouldn't be looking up on the internet again? What is it again? It's like Age of Consent in America or something is the name of this user. This is what you're asking. The name, I'm being told to look something up in chat, which sounds like it's just something that I type in so that I am immediately put on a list. That sounds like what it is. What is it? Alan Giblets? What's your guy? What's it called? What's it called? It's not Mr. Girl, no. Child marriage laws in America, that's right. Good name. Child marriage laws in America. It's all one word, so maybe that's fine. Child marriage laws in America. Ah. Yeah, I see. War Pony, child marriage laws in America. 100 subs, 1.7k videos. A spiritual warrior on the spiritual front lines until America is a ghost country. Put in the YouTube search engine Disciple Marcello Currents, and you will find my other Disciple Marcello Currents channel. Alright. Totally different spiritual videos. Different from child marriage laws in America, huh? Right. This, well, this is not bringing anything up. Hang on. Upload date. Disciple Marcel, wait, what? Okay, it just brings up child marriage laws in America again. Yeah, I think maybe his other account got taken down. I think it might have gotten taken down. But anyway, this did bring up a good video, though. Here's the video we're gonna watch. I was actually an underage victim of an adult pedophile, while my brother was not, blah, blah, blah. This is from Child Marriage Laws in America.
Hey, yeah, what's up? This is Disciple Marcello Currents, Rain, back up in this anti-Illuminati all day, anti-telepathy all day, anti-marriage.
What?
All day, and everybody with it. So, this video is going to be for those who, that sit up and act like they were sexually abused, and a lot of the stuff that they went through is with kids experimenting. I'm saying it again. A lot of the stuff they went through was children experimenting, and with each other, children with children. True
What's going on, man? What's going on?
pedophilia is an adult with a child. Let me say
that. I would agree that is what that would constitute. Yes, thank you. I agree.
And again, true pedophilia, I don't care how you slice the pizza.
The pizza, the cheese pizza.
An adult with a child. Okay,
right.
So I've been through that. For
He's
people
been through
that's
that.
even like my brother, my ex-brother, I call him my ex-brother. Go ask him if he had someone that was an adult that touched him when he was a child. That's real pedophilia.
Right.
Not children experimenting.
I don't know who would say that is. Well, this is the channel. Can't find his other channel he tells us to look at, but America is the enemy. Lots of hour-long rants. I was told about that. He's doing fasts. The pathetic position of the gang stalkers. We don't trust Christians that are with the Americans. The gang stalkers / Illuminati / Freemasons are now suicidal. Extremes have to be met with corresponding extremes, a recipe for revolution. The American community is too far gone to change. American cops. Lots of fucking shit. The guy's got a lot to talk about. He's taken several fasts. A lot of fasting. I kind of feel like I'm gonna go with whatever religion makes me eat more. And the fasting, I'm good. I don't need that. Israel legalized gay and lesbian sexual activity in 1988. Day 7 of the 7-day fast. Part of the last days is that Christians can't vote. What do we got for popular videos? These are a lot. There's a lot here. Oh, I see. I see. Adult sex scenes / child scenes together in the same American movies. Pretty focused on one type of thing here, it looks like. Again, the name of the channel is War Pony, but the actual @ is Child Marriage Laws in America. So,
Hey, yeah, what's up? This Disciple Marcello Currents, Rain, back up in this anti-Illuminati all day, anti-America all day.
Fuck the Illuminati. We need the child marriage Illuminati that this guy wants to institute. They know the real secrets, obviously. So it's a shame that the Deus Ex had to have the ending. It was like either the Illuminati or this guy. I mean, not a very good choice, really.
This video basically is going to be about children scenes in a movie right next to adult sex scenes. Now in American culture,
why is this happening?
This destroys everything. This destroys it all.
This destroys everything. Take this, liberals. What is
they have movies from the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s up into the present time where adults having sex is right next to a whole child scene right next to it, where children are just doing whatever they do in the movie, but it's right next to a sex scene.
So this is proof that Hollywood is filled with pedophiles. I mean, just look at the Dan Schneider stuff that happened recently. You don't need whatever this is.
Now remember, this is not separate movies. This is all in one movie. So this is capsuled, if you will, like a pill, all in one capsule.
I think he's suggesting that there's movies. There probably are. I can't think of any, but I'm sure he'll say movies where there's like a scene with sex and then it immediately cuts to a different scene with children doing children things. And that does seem like a pretty niche thing. I feel like that's something that a lot of people would not want to have as a transition, right? Like, I don't know if that's a common thing, but maybe it's happened.
Now, if you have children movie and it's children movies, and you have adult sex scenes and it's an adult sex scene movie, that's a different story. You have in American culture from almost the beginning of pop culture movies, children in the same movie as adults with the adults having sex. Now, what I call this is indirect pedophilia pornography. It's indirect pedophilia pornography.
Indirect, right. Well, give us some examples.
In horror movies. I know you've seen it time and time again. The girl's, she's screaming, she got her tits out. And then it goes to children eating breakfast at the table. At a breakfast table.
No, I haven't seen that time and time again. What does happen frequently in horror movies is the juxtaposition of violence and sex, where it's like people buy the movies because there's a bunch of fucking tits and slumber parties, but then all those women get their like heads cut off and stuff, and apparently that's just normal. That's like a perfectly normal thing. People buy these, like they rent these horror movies to jerk off to them, and then in the same movie all the women get like fucking murdered violently. I guess that's like a normal thing in that genre. I don't know. I feel like you could talk about that more than whatever he's talking about. I've not heard about this trope. I don't know. I feel like maybe he's the first person to recognize that this is like a thing that happens. I don't know.
Right. If you was fast forwarding it, you would see all these images in one. And that's my
What are you talking about? How many fucking movies are there that are like big tit sorority slumber murder? And it's like the whole movie is just sexy girls. That's like the trope. That's every horror movie. Every single one ever made. All of them. Ever. They've all been sexy college girls get murdered at like sleepaway camp or whatever. It's always that. That's like every horror movie. The people in chat who are acting like that's never been a thing in horror movies, fuck off. Literally lying or insane. No. Okay, I don't care. Maybe it's slasher movies. Whatever. It's the same thing.
Perfect example.
Fuck you.
If you was fast forward, you'll see adult sex scenes, people running around, adult sex scenes, then children. This is how your brain is actually, when you fast forward, you see how your brain is taking it in. You got adult sex scenes. Then you have children right after that. Now,
and so I think this is like a guy trying to explain why he has the thoughts that he has, because I'm not sure what. I'm sure he gets into it at some point. Why that video? The video's long. I'm sure he gets into his point eventually. But yeah, he's like naked. Here's a woman had sex with a dog. He's talking about that for an hour and a half. Age of consent in Delaware was 7 years old in 1880. Why is he talking about this? What does this have? It's like it's 26 minutes of this too. That's a very strange thing. It's like a brief fact you bring up and you're like, wow, that's fucking weird. And then you move on, but he's got 27 minutes almost of him rambling, I guess, about how in 1880 in Delaware the age of consent was 7. It's weird that he's so focused on that. It's pretty weird. My own brother tried to have sex with a woman I was with. It's like a dastardly evil mouse character. Officer Shadman Jones coerced a black woman to perform... Okay, there's an infant involved. The whole channel is talking about this. We really shouldn't have been surprised from the child marriage laws in America. But, I mean, that is basically what's happening. We got Jerry Lee Lewis. 40 states in America allowing adults to have sex. I can't even tell if he's for or against. I'm not even sure if he's for or against. If we were all sexually gay, we would die off as a human race, he says there. Gang stalking in America, pedophilia entrapment operations. Oh no, is this gonna be the type of fucking person that thinks that the sexy kids are making him look? We've seen that before. We've seen this before. He's got OJ here. Is OJ his example of someone who... What? Didn't do anything wrong? Uh-oh.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This Disciple Marcello Kearns, Rain.
Hey, Disciple.
Yeah. This message right here, I feel is necessary to talk about when it comes to gang stalking. And I think that this issue and topic deserves a video for itself instead of being
great audio
as a satellite within another video.
Mm-hmm.
So
tell us about the pedophile gang stalkers, man. I want to know, please.
That's why I'm making this video.
I've heard of such things, but I want to know more. Desire to know more intensifies.
It's something I already covered. It's something I already covered in gang stalking. But I feel it's necessary to go ahead and cover it, like I said, in its own video instead of a satellite. So what this video is called is pedophilia entrapment operations. Pedophilia entrapment operations.
I could see that.
Gang stalking. Pedophilia entrapment operations. Okay. So, here we go. So,
in America, no less.
What I noticed is that...
You know, I knew that Metal Gear changed a lot, but once the tagline changed up this much, it was unexpected. We should have seen it coming that Metal Gear Survive was this fucked when they changed it from tactical espionage action to pedophilia entrapment operations. They really gave it away on that one, that it wasn't going to be the same.
America is using children to psychologically play with people. They're using children.
America is doing this
on commercials, Facebook, like just these weird children like videos that just seem off. And you could feel it, the timing on it.
Is this what people thought was happening with cuties? Like, they thought that there was some kind of conspiracy to entrap people into becoming pedophiles or something? Like, that is truly the ultimate cope of, like, it's like the Seinfeld episode where it's George is terrified. He thinks it moved. But this time it moved, and it's society's fault. They're making me want it to move. They're making me think that it should move when I see little kids, apparently. That's what's happening, right. And it's not your fault, it's society. It's the government, I guess.
is off. The timing on it when they put it on your phone is off. The timing that you watch stuff on TV that shows children in it is off. When you go outside, you turn a corner or you come into your building, you see children, that's off.
You see children in your building and they're off. Maybe you shouldn't live near children then.
The thing with this pedophilia entrapment operations that I noticed is that it's all about timing. It's all about synchronicity. Okay? If they can catch you at the right time, or they're hoping to trigger you. That's the whole method.
Well, that seems to be pretty easy to do these days.
That this gang stalking method is of using children literally. These people are usually walking children, pushing strollers.
While they're walking the child, they're feeding the child. They've got like a leash on the child. You know, they're pushing strollers. So you're talking about babies too?
Strollers. They have their children sitting down in floors of check cashing places.
That's so incredibly specific.
They may have their children just pour out of buildings, pour out of cars right as you pull up.
You walk into a place and it's hundreds of children and they're all naked and there's just, what is this guy supposed to do about it?
And the timing is too perfect. The timing is too perfect for it to be normal. It's one, because see, the whole thing is to incriminate you with like, well, you should just be normal. Not if I know that you're doing it on purpose.
Yeah, I was gonna say the first time he said strollers, and then he corrected himself to say scrollers. I don't know.
Not that if I know that you're intentionally trying to trigger me.
You're trying to trigger the pedophilia that lies dormant within us all. Fuck you, Samantha.
Why would I be normal when I know I don't care what you're using? You could use 1 million children. You could use children in my family. If I know that you're intentionally doing it, then I should be apprehensive. I should be standing. I should be standing away from you. In other words, off standing. You know, and see, that's how they get you. Is they get you where you know you don't want to discuss that with anyone else, because then somebody would think that you're being weird or strange, or maybe you have something to hide about children.
Maybe you do,
because you're bringing it up and it's on your mind.
Your channel is called Child Marriage Laws in America. I think that it might be on your mind. You have 1,700 videos posted to a channel called Child Marriage Laws in America. That's the name of your channel. Yeah, I think it might be on your mind. I think that's fair.
Your intuition is telling
that's
you
fair.
They're doing it on purpose.
That one is just fair.
And they're doing it to control the way you think. They're doing it to make you feel that you are a pedophile. That's why they're doing it. They're doing it to make you feel like you...
Where could that have come from? Where could that have come from?
Struggle with desires for children. And you know you don't. You know you don't. They're just fooling with you. And it's their mind games and Satan, you know, that make those kids dress the way they do. And, you know, they're just fooling around. It's just games. It's just games. Reality.
It's not real.
Like I taught you about gang stalking. The one-on-one about it all is that to know what reality is.
Right.
All right? With your mind. And period. Reality triumphs over everything. It don't matter what somebody say. You know, it's all about what happens in real time. Your thoughts are between you and God, okay?
Right.
But these people are trying to make you feel like you're a pedophile.
These two people are trying to separate you from your right ear and your left ear.
So that you therefore put on this character
Fucking monsters.
of a pedophile. Hoping
character of a pedophile. They're trying to make you slip up so that you accidentally get yourself to name your channel Child Marriage Laws in America by mistake as a joke. And that's their goal. Is yeah. It's apparently a foolproof plan, I guess, because it worked out well here.
Hoping that you rebel and just do something with a child, or
that's what they hope.
Masturbate thinking about children. They want you to rebel and become that very thing.
Joke's on you. I just edge. I don't come. Fuck you, liberals.
Yeah. So don't be afraid to talk about it. The things that the devil and the devil himself or his people or his kingdom can put across your mind.
Yeah, the devil. I mean, what's his name again? Joe Biden. They're re-electing him apparently. So him and his cronies. Oh, he has won. His boys are having fun, and you know they've made it so that you're a pedophile, and it's entirely against your will. It's just like what happened to Masokis and his sister who looked like Wendy. He just wanted to have sex with his sister who looked like Wendy. He didn't want it for it to be a whole like pedophile weird thing. But then he didn't want this. He didn't ask for this. He didn't choose this. But suddenly he was in a spaceship with Obama and Joe Biden both talking about their plan to make everybody in America a pedophile. And, you know, that's just the way it is. And so, clearly we're looking at that same thing happening right now.
Concerning children.
It's terrifying.
Or these gang stalkers.
Right.
Because it's definitely a pedophilia entrapment war going on right now. Against many, many people. I can tell. I can look at them and tell. I can look at a lot of you and tell that you're going through it. And you can't tell nobody about it because you don't want them to think you're a pedophile. You don't want them to think that something's wrong with your mind.
Listen, I named my channel Child Marriage Laws in America. And now I'm having some issues because people might not understand. You know, I think they let you change your channel name. You can probably just change it to like, you know, Bob Loves Jenga or something. But, you know, you're the one that made the channel be this way. So it's a very, very suspicious name. I mean, on the outset, I think that's probably the biggest problem you're facing is that once you show people your channel name about child marriage laws in America, people kind of stop listening after that point. They kind of make up their mind.
You don't want them to think that you have, that you going crazy. And you're not going crazy. They are intentionally putting children before you. They are intentionally putting children in your path, seeing how you respond.
Oh, well.
And a lot of you may be going through it because you just don't acknowledge children. That's not your problem. That's not your fault. Some people envy that. Because in actuality, their life is all about children because they got too many children. And you just free. You don't acknowledge children. You don't have to deal with them. You don't have to think about them.
Script, I guess?
And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, and your mind is free. You know, because this had an origin point. If you're not a person that actually has...
I guess he's reading from a script. It's hard to tell. But it had an origin point, all right?
Pedophilia desires, or you're not, and most importantly, you're not doing anything with children.
Right, a person who doesn't have those desires, like him. Like, he doesn't desire those things, so, like him.
These pedophilia entrapment operations had a origin. They had a beginning point.
Yeah, I think they're based out of Arizona or something.
And what I think the beginning point was in America It's first of all paranoia, thinking everyone wants their children, thinking everything means someone wants
Say number 2
sexually
is
desires their
anime.
children.
Say it's anime.
These are the things. This is society.
Come on,
is so
say the second
paranoid
part
with
is anime.
children that they're flattering their children. I'm just keeping 100. You flattering your children.
Flattering?
Nobody don't want your children.
Oh.
Nobody wants them.
Well, that's fair.
Sexually. Nobody is thinking about that but you.
Well, a lot of people are, though. And, I mean, you have a channel with a lot of videos which are hinting at such a thing, too, so...
You are the origin point of that mentality.
You're blaming the, like, parents or something, I guess? I mean, there's a lot of people with undue... We fucking seen Mama Max with just insane rambling about the children. Oh God, save the children. And it's kind of just a bunch of fucking... It's just a bunch of shit. It's disingenuous. It's just for, you know, because that sounds good to be a thing to be upset about. So that happens, but, like, I don't know if it's their fault, you know, as, like, if you're, like, a parent or something. It's... Well, I don't know. I'm not sure exactly who he's pointing the finger at. Not him, though. And crucially, we know it's not him.
And so that goes for...
It's the people gang stalking and entrapping him into feeling like a pedophile when he knows he isn't.
So now we're trying to see who's who. Who's the one who's doing it. Besides the gang stalkers, there are also these vigilante type people. It's not only one group of people. You got the cops. Police be doing stuff too.
Right.
Yeah. They might send children around you, seeing how you respond.
Oh, okay. The police are involved in the gang stalking operations. Right. That's what he means. Right. Okay. The police are sending bait children into your neighborhood. You know, they're wearing a sandwich board that has their hourly rates just to, you know, see how many weirdos they catch.
Driving by,
they've got a fishing line attached. The cop can reel them back in, right back to the cop car. It's perfect.
Undercovers, driving by in their cars, watching you. Yeah, you gotta watch out for the cops when it comes to this specifically. If you're noticing pedophilia entrapment operations, it could be cops. It could be 2 or 3 different types of gang stalking groups.
Mm-hmm. It's a lot of groups.
Okay, but what they may have monitored was that you just are not, you just don't care about acknowledging children.
Today, Junior.
And there's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing, you don't have to go into the country and the world and embrace all children. That's not what God is calling you to do.
Oh, God. Reminder that God and the Bible put us on this planet so that we could hang out with everyone no matter what our age is. That's from Sonic Sega Gamer, and I trust his word is scripture to me. So
says Jesus embraced the children. Yes.
Right.
In this time with people like all these celebrities that are caught up in sexual scandals, you can't come into this country trying to embrace children. You can't come with that kind of energy.
Typically a bad thing.
If you haven't learned anything concerning pedophilia and accusations and all that kind of thing, Michael Jackson is was the poster boy for that.
Ironically, not the poster child.
Okay, he may have been pure with children and embraced children, and he probably even thought about the Lord. He probably even thought about how Jesus embraced children. I'm sure he did. I'm sure he did. He's been around. He's heard a lot. He's seen a lot. He probably thought about Jesus embracing children.
Yeah.
But
Jesus made him do it, just like
Muhammad.
Muhammad.
In America, have children in your bed.
Yeah, like that's really the problem here. I agree, fellow. I agree. In your bed.
You can't be sleeping with children in your bed.
That's true. I mean, like, you know, say what you will about this guy, but when he's right, he's right. He's right.
There's no way you can do that. Even though you could be right. You could be feeling like, oh, I just want to lay with him. I just want to snuggle up with him and all.
What do you mean you could be right?
Like a dog. Like them. No, you know what I mean.
I mean, I think I know what you're getting at, but, you know, I don't know if we need to bring dogs into this anymore. That's not any better.
The elements are more that they're adorable, that you want to embrace. But you can't do that because people, even though your mind is not there thinking that way, you have to think for other people. Unfortunately.
I'm very unsure. Like, it seems pretty clear that this guy is having some feelings that he doesn't want to have. And, you know, I mean, like, it's not his fault maybe that he has those feelings. But this whole weird mental gymnastic thing. He's, like, convincing himself that he doesn't have those feelings, but he's also convincing himself that it's the government and society forcing him to feel that way. He's got his reasons logically why nothing should happen, and then he follows it up with, unfortunately, he claims he's not a pedophile, but then talks in a way that seems like he might be. There's a lot going on here, and not a lot of it's good.
And other people in this country, like I said, they're paranoid. They always thinking somebody want their children. They're always thinking somebody's doing something with children. That's what country you live in.
Well, that's true.
And here's the punchline, though. 40 states allow children under the age of 18 to have sex with adults.
Well, no, I mean, that sucks, though. That's not funny. You say that's the punchline. The real punchline... I mean, the real punchline, if we want to get serious here, is obviously this. That's the real punchline. That's fine. Well, we're bumping into I have D&D now, so I'm gonna wrap it up here, I think. Unless it's like been postponed or something. I don't know if it's not happening. I think it's happening though, so I think we're good. I'll do that. Thank you for stopping by. I do have let me see. There's $5 from Autistic Wolf. If you care, 2 user bingo category add-on suggestions emphasizes the wrong part of a word or sentence, I would say. You know, I like that. And then, oh yeah, emphasizing the wrong word in a sentence. And then neckbeard is, I guess, another thing there. And then $2 from Autistic Wolf. One more awkwardly discusses age of consent laws. Yeah, I mean, just age of consent appears or something like that. You know, like for some reason that becomes relevant. And then $5 from Emin Metfees. Also, can I send you a clip I made from his stream? It'll actually fit in really well with the rest of this one because he talks about some sus RP he's doing. Well, not for today, but this is from Captain Alex. Yeah, I mean, pop it onto the milk barn or something maybe, and you know, I'm sure I'll get around to it. You know, I look forward to more Captain Alex shenanigans in the future. He brings me such joy, so of course I do. But that'll be it for the stream. Thank you. Stop by again soon. I might do another cooking stream sometime, you know, this week or something. I might do we were supposed to do Darch, but we might do Dapril Man. I don't know. I don't know how we can make it happen. We were gonna do a whole Darman related thing, do some more of those, do some of the rip-offs, but it's turned into March. It's turned into just more users and funny accusations and things like that. General circus of 2024, and we haven't gotten into too much in the way of Darch. So, you know, it's probably a little late this month to even get into that. So it's another one, like, maybe we should just push it off. I don't know. I overthink it of, like, we need to theme a month around this fucking thing. No, I think we could just do another fun little Darman adventure stream, because those are always good. Except for that one time that a Swedish company decided that they own my stream. That wasn't very good. But thank you for stopping by. We'll be around sometime soon, maybe tomorrow. I'll see you all at some point. And penis, go fuck yourselves. Bye.